2nd, sometime today, and here we go. Here we go. Yo, what is good, everybody? Lynn, you grabbed my phrase of my choice of words. I was gonna say yo, and you're welcome, Lynn. Great to have you here on YouTube, on Trovo, and DLive. So today, folks, I'm gonna be doing Everdale. Who would have thought? Who would have thought, mate? It's like 4:14 in the morning. This is one of the latest streams I've ever done, and it's gonna be. It's kind of silly because I want it to be multiple hours, but it's like, how does that? That means like 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. bedtime in there. Whoa, 2 on YouTube already, 2 on DLive. Let's go. No, we don't normally get 2 on DLive. That's pretty cool. So anyway, I'm excited. I'm so excited to do this. I don't know if I'd mentioned that I was going to do it again or not, because I stopped when my device ended up crashing in September. Yo, aFewGoodFarmers, welcome to the stream. So you're one of the few I found out yesterday or so that the YouTube notifications, they do stats on it, which is real interesting, because apparently 2.7 thousand people get notified every time I go live, which is insane. That's so many people. But according to YouTube, 0.5 to 2.5% on average click on it. And so, for example, if you have 1,000 people notified, only 5 of them will actually come, or 25, between those two on average, and the other 995 won't. So that's insane. Just hundreds of people every single day. In my case, almost thousands, 2.7 thousand, getting notified every single time I go live, up to 3 times a day, for content in general. And then they just don't turn it off, which is crazy. But see, Rush was so badly, dude. I was thinking about Rush Wars just today. I'll get to that, and I miss it very badly as well. Honestly, I was watching this video, I was like, no, I miss it so bad. I actually, kid you not, I was watching a video just today, and I don't normally, but yeah, sorry, where are we going with that? So the notification, but mine's 0.3, so for the 2.7 thousand people that get notified every single day, and if I stream 3 times a day, 3 times a day, and if I were to stream 6 days a week, 3 times a day, 18 times a week they would just get notification, and only 9 of them on average, well, according to that one stat I looked at, but I need to look at more stats overall. But that's, yeah, I found that very interesting. But yeah, I was thinking of Rush Wars just today, and I'm excited to do Everdale. I was excited to do Everdale. So was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday morning when I got up. Or was it the day before? I think it was the day before yesterday. So it was 2 mornings ago. I got up, and actually today I was reading about Pancha Valley, the first time I have in 2022. Anyway, so... Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like, yo, I want to try, because I got in September. I stopped, because the device crashed in there, and then and then it was just my iPad Air 3 just sat like dead for months, I think, and because September, October, November, December, and then I think in maybe January, someone that I knew kindly revived it for me, and I thought it was just gone, but it had all this data on all my photos and that, so I'm like, well, I'll just hope that like in 10 years or 5 years some technology can get it, and even though the device is worth $1,000, so I just have to have it non-usable, but then I wasn't streaming heaps anyway, and my iPad Air 2 was manageable. Speaking of iPad Airs and iOS, I was just doing a whole graph on Excel about that, which is real fun. I am going to play gameplay in this game, and it'll be so cool. I haven't even downloaded the app on it yet, and re-download it, and also I will do Excel on it and that, and just do, it'll be so cool. It's so sad that we missed all the data in that. Oh man, there's so many things we're going to get to. I feel like Alex Jones, and there's just so much stuff to cover. It's like, mate, I could do 2 hours on this and that. There's just so much stuff, honestly. So where were we? We're talking about, so the device and crashed, and we got back, and so, but I hadn't been doing that much content anyway, and for the last month I've sort of been away, so yeah, I haven't done it, but anyway, it's because I was intending to do one more, because the idea was I had my old headset, which I actually still have right here, boom boom, courtesy of Supercell, and I was intending to do one more Everdale stream on that, but was it Everdale stream I was going to do, or Risk stream? I can't remember. I think it was Everdale. I'm pretty sure it was Everdale on that. But anyway, device ended up breaking. I hadn't done it. So, because I wanted that to be the last one, just so then you could, the audio was the same all that time. Whereas I hope this audio is fine. I think it is. I've heard it back. Because yesterday's one, it was Pico Tanks or the Risk one. I accidentally was just using this camera here. I mean, this audio here, and it sounded fine. Like, and that's crazy because you think this would be way better quality than just the mic on a little camera, but that mic sounded fine. So it's good to know that I've got that as an option. Actually, great to have you here. I will get back to you. I'll respond to all that. So anyway, someone revived this, but if I think it was in January they revived it. I'm not sure, but that's awesome. And so I mean, it's only been then I was away for a month. And that I wasn't thinking in January. I'm like, oh, I should do Everdale. Although because I just sort of don't. I didn't think because I've been intending to do that game Pico Tanks for a year, but I'm not sure about Everdale. I was like, I'll do it because I was going to do it again, and then it sort of just I haven't done it, but now I'm going to do it, and it'll be really, really cool to see all the clients. Really cool. I'm really looking forward to it. aFewGoodFarmers, please be still there, and verwitt and SuperSightLIVE. I'm almost certain that they will change the name. If they haven't, I'll be like, yo, you guys are the best. You kept the name. I don't think they will, though. It's like, they'll be like, who is this guy? He started the clan like months ago and hasn't been back. Though it would probably be called a road here, but it would be real cool to see the ones. It would have been so beautiful to have all the data, because I had all that data, and if I'd continue playing it, it would look so amazing. Just like months worth of... I need to learn coding and have API for that stuff. I really do. It would be so helpful. But yeah, same with Trover stats. I'd love to do that. I would actually love to do that. Just having some coding, and it honestly shouldn't be too hard with Rumble API or Everdale. Bring back Zahard. Bring back Zahard. I'm in like a chanting mood, or like I heard chants in real life, and that, so it's like, yeah, we got to get chants going. Hashtag bring back Zahard. I don't know how. I think, I don't know if he could do the Everdale one, or if Supercell's made it a bit harder to do that kind of stuff. I don't know, but then they have like a Clash of Clans open AI policy, so I'm not sure what the story would be with that. I want to thank you, so I'm not answering your comments. I will get back to them. So honestly, I honestly just remind myself of Alex Jones right now, in the sense like there's just so much to cover, like, and it's more than normal. I don't know. It's so cool. We got one on Twitch, 6 on YouTube, 1 on D-Live, 1 on Facebook, everywhere. Probably Lynn with your awesome laptop, but yeah, a laptop. There's a story about a laptop that came out yesterday. New York Times, Hunter Biden laptop. Anyway, so much to cover, man. So much to talk about, and then I got the description, which some bullet points which I wrote like a few hours ago. Anyway, so where were we? Man, honestly, there's just so much to cover. So little time. And then after all this talking, then I'll actually play the game. We were like, this is so cool. And I look at the old ones, like, it'd be so mean if there's still a SuperSightLIVE one. I don't know how many will still be around. It would have been so beautiful if it had all that data. It would be so cool. Even if not even the top players. It's sort of so sad that I sort of stopped in a sense, but it hasn't gone global. And I'll tell you what, so there's that. So yeah, it's going to be cool to cover again. I'm really, really excited. That's why I had to do it tonight, because I'm like, mate, I'm in the mood. I'm so excited for this and that. And I really am. But I couldn't believe it. I kid you not, when I looked in that, no update for this game since, I think on the Apple it said 7th of December 2021, and on the Android it was 1st December. What the heck? Like, what? 3 months of no update, 100+ days of no update. Soon it's going to be 4 months and no update. It's like, what? It's only had like 3 updates, and I was there for one of them that was like right at the start. There's been 2 updates since. One of them was just pets, basically, and in the other one, I remember vaguely hearing about it, but it sort of stopped at that point. And the Discord's still going, man. The Discord's still going. Thank you to Grey Orange and Lynn for helping keep that going and notifying me of various things that are happening in there. So it's got 1,500 people in it. There's also the official one that's, well, I had 4,000 when I last checked in that, but our one is really good, and it's cool with the rank was actually real popular. Actually, I'm not an experienced Discord server owner, but it's worked out pretty well. In that, and it absolutely dependent on Grey Orange and Lynn. If it wasn't for them, then it would just be a mess. And because I haven't been very active on it at all, but I set it up recently, and with the help of Grey Orange and Lynn and viewer suggestions, and it worked out really well. I'm really happy with that server. really happy with it. It's really cool. And that. So I don't know how many people still play this game. I honestly don't. Of all those people that were there at the start, Mayhem and that. I mean, I've barely talked to almost any of them since. So I don't know if, like LOL, COC, Kai's, and all those other players. I have no idea if they're still playing. Because if you look at the interest on Google Trends, it is just dead. It's just flatlined for Everdale. And that. Same with the Clash Quest. Both of those games just gone. Clash Mini still has pretty good traction for a game that's still in beta and that. It's like half of Heyday looking it up today and that. But I can't believe that Everdale hasn't received an update. So what? So it's kind of cool that we're actually going to try it out, because then it's like, so we've tried the very first update with, and then we missed the November update. But then if the December update was just pets, then it's effectively like playing the November one. So because I like to have all the different things like the updates. Because I remember playing Valleys and Villages back in the day. That was real fun. We're just chilling in 2021 where there was like hardly anyone played the game at all. Like I don't know if anyone that watched me even played the game. Honestly, I don't know if there's a single person, but it was still real fun. I enjoyed it. And actually, I just love doing Excel stuff. I just love it. And that, but it's not like, you say like, oh, just do it for a company, and then it's like, it's just not the same. Like, it's just sort of like a personal, I want to make the graphs that interest me sort of thing. And it's reason-based. It's not just like meaningless. It's very meaningful to me. Like, there's Christchurch City Council elections coming up, and local elections, like local to me in New Zealand, coming up in October and that, and I was making all these detailed graphs of all the various people from the independents and various groups and all the different wards and whether it's a swing state, etc. And I was making all these things. It's really meaningful to me in that. Even though I can't alter the election, it's still cool to have that there. Unless I cast the pivotal vote. That'd be pretty mean. Well, but then everyone cast the pivotal vote, didn't they? Which is fine. But, yeah. The half that voted for that, the half plus one vote. Anyway, so there's that I do it for. But that Everdale, that was such a beautiful niche. I actually loved that with Everdale. And, yeah, and I mean, because Rush Wars, it was really hard to just accept that was all gone. I mean, not only because it's like, it was like sort of three things. It was like I committed so much more time and did it for so much longer. And I didn't expect it. I was very optimistic about the game. And I also was doing it for, okay, this will succeed me in that. And although for the last month, there's a mixed motives for covering it once I heard it was dead. But for prior to that, I'm like, this will, and then it didn't. And then it's like, oh, that's so gutting. Had I known, I don't know if I've covered it. But then it's so hard. You can't really answer these retro questions, because then you conversely think. Then I look back at it, like that video of me playing it today. I was like, man, that was such a great time. It was so cool with that memory, and that it exists. And it's sort of like, then it's like the 8 times I got to Elite League, which has only got like 200 something views on it, which is pretty crazy, because there's like a real cool achievement. But people were so fast gone from that game that, I mean, because most of the end streams had hardly anything. Like, it was like the first month was, well, the first week or two was booming, and then it was just, yeah, and then by the end, like, no one was even watching that, and that's like, that was crazy cool achievement. Like, it's the only player in the game to reach it 8 times, so it was real cool watching it. But it's like, oh, I'm kind of glad I did that. It was real cool, and that was sort of seeing myself so happy. And actually talking about real interesting, so, well, just one part was about how I talked about subsidizing people's time. So I'm like, yo, go me, and that's a weird. I know people say that, like, go you or something. It's like, well, it's normally females that say it in that. I don't say it, but now I hear them say it, and then here I am saying it. But like, go me regarding 2019. I'm like, yo, because I like think of myself, like, I look back, I'm like, oh, how did you not know that? How did you not think about that? But I see 2019 me, I'm like, you got some good thoughts back then. Good on you. And I find it interesting just listening to it back, because there's so many interesting things in there. Like, it's crazy. It's like I find it so hard to communicate, like, connect with those people in that. I mean, I love board games, I love walking, I love discussing big topics, all 3 of those things, but a lot of people don't like those 3 things. So it's crazy, but it's just so much stuff to do. I'd also love, like, if someone really likes Sweet Life on Deck, and just watch Sweet Life on Deck. Like, I sort of want to watch it with someone, but yeah. Anyway, so regarding the first, yeah, it's so many people to talk about, but so many interesting topics. But I just find it so hard to talk with those people, and that it's like I don't know. I just think it's them in the sense that most people just can't, like, either they just get real hostile and nasty about a topic because they can't handle it, or like, because even if I say, oh, never, don't talk about money, politics, and religion, it's like, why can't you talk about politics? Like, that just reflects really badly. That just reflects terribly if people are incapable of doing it without getting hostile and nasty. Like, that just shows, like, the whole nation needs therapy if that's the case. Like, that's just really bad. Like, you should absolutely be able to discuss politics. Like, and fully just say, like, as Zuby, he's from the US, he's a rapper or something. He says, he said a couple of times, like, it's so sad how many people are afraid to share their basic opinions and that, and it's true, and people react so badly to. That needs to change. Not like, oh, let's just sweep it under the rug and never talk about controversial topics, politics, and like, no, we should be able to talk about them. We need to talk about them. It's good. I mean, it doesn't have to be politics. It can be like an issue that then has political implications, or then, well, if you believe this about it, then you'd politically support that person, and that doesn't need to be the politics reason in that. For it's sort of like, yeah, it doesn't have to be like, oh, this candidate over that candidate. So, like, I mean, it can be that, but it's an issue, and then you can decide on the issue, and then it's like, oh, well, then in that case that. But it's like, dude, we should be able. We need to talk about these issues. We need to have healthy discussion. We need to have healthy debate. So yeah, how did I get onto that? Where do we come from that? We're talking about Rush Wars. I was talking about Rush Wars, and where do we go from there? And the chat's coming in. It's good to see you all. Yeah, it's a few of you. I will get back to you. I really will. I'm looking forward to reading your chat. I was talking about the fact, about going back with the Rush Wars, and you sort of learn stuff. Oh yeah, that's right, the 2019 me, and that's right, and then interesting topics, and it's just, there's just so much interesting stuff, but why is it so hard to talk to most people? Not everyone. There's some people I talk brilliantly to, but they're very, very few, and I don't know what, I can't pinpoint about it, and they can't pinpoint either. I'm like, why do most people in real life not enjoy talking to me? Why not? And they can't pinpoint it. I can't pinpoint it. I've never been able to pinpoint it, because then I could change it now. Because, I mean, I don't like small talk, and I don't do small talk in that. I don't ask people questions that I don't care about the answer to. I ask people things that I want to know, and that, and then it can be interesting to both people. That's a beautiful dynamic in a conversation. You're directing each other by the questions you ask. So you ask things you're interested in, and then the person is, well, is happy to share stuff, and then the other person's able to get information they want. I'm more than happy to share. It's like, it's so annoying that people don't ask me questions, and then people tell, and I mean, this is it's kind of personal. I mean, it's true. It's about me. It's personal. It's about me, the person, as in, or whatever. But and it's not like it's like I just need an outlet to say all this. I've thought this through, but it's just, I think it's interesting, so I'll just talk it through again now. But so the person, people say like, it's so personal. This, I just title it IRL stream. No, it's just chatting stream or whatever. But they, people say, oh, you're so hard to get to know. It's like, no, I'm not. I am not hard to get to know. I don't trust people like fully off the bat, like so many people seem to expect. It's just insane. People are like, oh, well, it's because you don't trust people, that then that's why your relationships or whatnot don't work and that. And I'm not meaning romantic relationships, just mean normal relationships. But it's like, but that can't be the case, because there's people that I have fantastic relationships with, and that, or like when I'm with them, we're discussing things, it just goes wonderfully in that. So it's not like, because if it was just like, that is just emphatically true, not emphatically true, like overall true, then I wouldn't be able to connect with anyone. But I can. It's just that this is most people I can't, and I like in a good, meaningful, like long-term way in that. But it's sort of like, I don't know if they're just sort of, so many people don't seem just capable of just I don't know, they're just not connecting in a way that I would find meaningful. So then it's like, then I can then do small talk, but then it's not sustainable in that. But it's like, but yeah, it's like, I'm more than happy to answer questions, but people don't ask me questions that. And when I ask people questions, they don't like answering them. It's like, seriously, like, what do you want? Like, I honestly don't know what they want. And then if you say, like, oh, are you okay with me asking questions? They're like, yeah, whether it's true or not. It's like, dude, come on, be honest, be clear. So, yeah, it's a bit crazy. It's a bit crazy out there. Yeah, it's real crazy. It's super crazy. And then I don't know. I think I'll bring. I have autism now, and it's like I don't need to just bring that into every conversation. I don't barely talk about it and that, which then makes it harder for me to read facial expressions, harder for me to pick up sarcasm, and I do get a few good jokes in though, like sometimes, like I do like sort of deep jokes that like are references, and sometimes it's just like, it's like real good, like everyone will laugh. It's like, let's go. But sometimes they flop. But yeah, so then it's so hard, like, because like you tell a joke and it flops, like, oh, then I feel like, oh, I can't tell jokes, I'm not good at this, and then I'll say one and people laugh. I'm like, yo, it's just like, oh, it's this constant battle. But yeah, but it does make it harder for me to, and it makes it especially hard when people aren't honest with me in that. It's, yeah, but anyway, yeah, so, but then coming back to the trusting person in that, I'm not particularly trusting, and then people are like, oh, how could you not be trusted? It's like, why would you trust someone, like, so much in that? I see so many people keep trusting, and they just keep getting screwed over, they get abused, and all this kind of stuff. It's like, dude, just stop trusting people that much. Like, eventually, sure, but, like, actually wait for them to prove they're trustworthy in that. Like, trust them with a little thing at a time. Because, I mean, I've, in the past, trusted so many people and repeatedly got screwed, repeatedly got burned. It's not like a one-off bad apple and, oh, you can't use that to... No, it's a regular routine thing. So it's like, no, I'm not doing that. That doesn't mean that I just have trust issues or whatnot. What I mean is, if you call that trust issue, sure, but as in, it's not like it's a bad condition or a bad state. I think it's a healthy and right state to be cautious in that. Doesn't mean you don't ever trust anyone. It's, you do, but you're just careful about it. And I mean, I'm just saying this, but in the vast majority of people I've talked to strongly disagree with me, and they're like, no, that's so wrong, that causes relationships to not work in the first. It's like, no, it shouldn't. If people just go off because you don't trust them instantly, that's probably a good thing. It's like, that's what scammers do. Anyway, so where we go. So anyway, back to the topic and connecting with people. And I was watching a Bill Maher video today. I enjoy watching Bill Maher video. Well, I just watch his new rule videos and that, which are a bit crude for my liking, but they are interesting. And yeah, they're very interesting. You make some good points in that, and that would just be, there'd be a topic that I could connect with someone over in that. Just someone that wants to discuss ideas. I mean, there's so many things. There's so many things. Like, it could be a PragerU video, or it could be the equivalent on the it's just of it. Yeah, also, you know, it could be a Bill Maher video in that, and just different, or a Jordan Peterson video, or a video of a person that they like that I disagree with, and that's fine. And then it's just healthy to discuss stuff, and it's just such good conversation starters. I'm becoming more able and more. There's still there's just so much to think about. I think one of the problems that I'd put things back to in that, why people keep like messing up, or why their beliefs end up being wrong, it comes back to not accounting for everything in that. And it's a multifaceted problem, because it's not just that, it's also it's memory. It's just, you just forget stuff, and you just repeat, you realize a lesson in life, and then like you'll then just forget about, like, there's just so much to be absorbing in that you just forget about it, and then you just can't account for everything. You just can't, and then it's just problematic, because then your view isn't correct because it didn't account for this, and it's just so much stuff to account for. But I sort of am becoming, I'm still not, I'm not great at this and that. I'm bad at accounting for stuff. I'm bad at remembering stuff, but I'm at least aware of it and that, so I can factor that in, and factoring it as sort of like the accounting for everything and that, but I can then account for the fact that I don't remember everything. But where are we going with this? There was a direction I was going with. So the counting for the memory thing. I'm starting to become more and more aware, like when people sort of talk past each other and that, and it intentionally or not intentionally, it wouldn't be intentional. But I realize more and more Prager is right about figuring out how important it is to figure out clarity of. Man, we've already gone for 23 minutes. Clarity of difference, clarify where you differ and how important that is. I always thought, oh nah, it's so much more important just to win the debate over why would you of course you want to like win the not want to debate, but win them over clarity or whatnot, but clarity of difference is so important. Otherwise, then it's like you're not talking about the same thing. And some people I just don't even have this issue with. It's just like there's one guy, and it's just. Yeah, someone, and it's just useless. Like, it'd be like, well, do you admit that do you agree that in this situation you would think this is wrong? And they're like, and that said, I've told you something else so you can figure it out. And it's just so unhelpful. So like, it was as if they just didn't want to be possibly wrong, so they intentionally were withholding all this information. So then you couldn't say, well, that doesn't line up with this, it's inconsistent. So they just like say silly things like, oh, well, you can figure that out from other things I've said. It's like, why can't you answer that question? But some people that you just I don't even have that issue with. Like, we're just it's just inbuilt in how we're talking, and that we are clarifying how we differ. But yeah. Yeah, clarity is very important, because otherwise then you need you just need to keep clarifying and so you could be like, okay, so you believe that, I need to think of an example on that. You believe that that, let's say, immigration is good because it gives a substantial economic boost, and I believe immigration is bad because it doesn't give a significant enough economic boost in that. And then, so you're like, okay, so we'll agree that or you could just say, I think it doesn't, and they think it does, and then it's like, okay, so what we differ is that, because we can have it like, we can say that, okay, if you believe that it's an economic boost, then I can understand why you believe, because some people say, I can never understand why you believe that. It was like, I can if you lead up to the premise and say, well, if you believe that, then I can understand why you believe that. And so then you can just like make a wee line back, and then you just figure out that key issue, and like, okay, well, let's have the research as to how much economic benefit it really is, and that, etc. So yeah, that's then a good way of clarifying we differ, and that's then helpful, because then you can figure out what you differ on, and then slowly just narrow it down to, oh, okay, well, yeah, and then you just keep moving back. You're like, oh, yeah, your position is, if that was true, then I can understand why you believe this down the line. And then you just keep, like, okay, let's have a look at that. Is it true? And etc. And that's very helpful and very interesting. So, yeah, there's a lot of things that I love talking to people about, and that, and, Bill Maher or whatnot would be a great starting topic. Man, I don't know how I got to here. That's okay. I don't know if I should check the chat yet, or if I should just keep going. There was something else I was going to talk about as something related in that, to do with thought or thinking. To do with, it was something that I've said, but there's just, because it goes so many ways and so many lines. To do with thinking, to do with, I think I'll probably have lost it now. I think there's one other thing I was going to cover about it, about interest. Being interesting is important, that's true. It was something I've mentioned in the past. I can't remember anyway, sadly I've forgotten that. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, where did it start from? I was about, 2019 me, and having, thoughts that I was like, yo, that was actually, because there's just so many topics that I'm just so happy to pick off where I left off and be like, okay, yeah, let's go back to that. Yeah, there's an example I was going to give of something, but now I've forgotten. Yeah, the talking, which then I've already explained it in that. But one of it was on a Candace Owens show, so it was Candace Owens and a guest that she had on in that. Can't remember his name. And they're talking about blackface in that, which is in the, it's where you'd like, when a non-black person puts like blackness on their face. So, and I think as, not sure why, as in, because like, Jimmy Kimmel did it to impersonate a basketball star, and that as a joke. So. Yeah, and so then Candace was on, like, well, we shouldn't teach kids that it's that they should be offended by it, and that was her thing in that, because then they get offended by it, and then it makes it, then they get offended at the person that does it, and then it's just like the cycle in that. Whereas the other guy was saying, well, it's wrong, so therefore we should teach them it's bad, and so then then we should teach them to be offended because it's wrong, and so but then I think they were differing over if it's wrong, because it's almost like a loop, because it's like, well, if you teach them to be offensive, then, well, that's because it's wrong, and so then they should be offended. It's sort of like a loop or cycle. Anyway, I sort of I somewhat now, thinking back of it, can understand how they're sort of talking like past each other, not intentionally, but that sort of, because I remember at the time thinking that they're missing each other, not getting each other, because one of them saying that it's wrong, and that's why we should teach them that they should be offended, etc. And she's saying, well, it's only wrong because you've taught them to be offended, And so I was like, yeah, sort of. Anyway, that was an example I thought of. So anyway, going way back. So we're on to Rush Wars. I was so excited in that. It's sort of weird because I still see myself in the 2019 me. Like, it's still me. It's like, yeah, that was me, and I don't cringe at myself looking back. I'm like, no, I thought that was good. Well, at least this video I didn't, and it was sort of cool watching me back and thinking, yo, that was me in that. But it was so a shame because I was so excited. I so loved Rush Wars. It was so gonna be the game. So was Everdale was gonna be the second one because I loved doing all this Excel. It was fun. But yeah, the Rush Wars, I was like, this is going to be my game. I was so excited. I was so loving it. I was doing so well at it, man. I was doing awesome, man. I was the only player in the world to have the achievement of gotten it 8 times. I mean, it's sort of then, it's kind of an obsolete term because I'd always be the only player in the world as long as I could keep hitting 10,000 each season. I don't know how many times the season's reset, because I looked at because I had the time, which is real cool. I'm glad I have the time, and it sort of like just flipped around a bit. So I don't know how that worked. I forgot, but yeah. Oh man, it was so beautiful. Oh, we got one on Twitch, one on YouTube, one on Facebook. I understand. I've taken half an hour to respond to your comments, but yeah, it was just so like. Seeing it back is like, oh, this was the game. I can't even remember like how it sort of worked, but it's like the music in the background. It's like, man, I can't believe that didn't work, man. That was my game. That was my game. It was beautiful, and now it's gone. So sad, man. So sad. That was my game. That was when I was gonna pivot into a full-time YouTuber. It was gonna bring me in a good income. I was gonna just be like, yo, esports next. You know, trip to Finland for the esports tournament. If Rush Wars or I'd host it. I don't know. I don't think make a good. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Like radio host, I don't think I'd be a good radio host. And because Breaker says like, if you want to be a radio host, I remember my year at school, lots of people wanted to do that. He was like, go to a room and talk about something and be interesting for 3 hours. And I'm like, mate, I don't think I could do that. But it's like I have lots of interesting information. It's like I can, but it's sort of like I have to be in that right mindset in that. And talk things through. Like right now, I'll watch this back in 2 years or whatnot, and I'll be like, yeah, that was interesting. But most people don't find me interesting. Anyway, but regardless of that, so it's to do with the radio host. Where are we coming with that? Where are we going with that? We're going with the fact with radio. Oh yeah, I don't think I make a good radio. And I for a host, maybe, and maybe like a podcast / radio. And maybe it would very, very much depend on the dynamics in that. It would very much depend. Like I feel like in some there would be a situation in which it'd fit in, and it would just be really good in that. I mean, I don't know that much about the world in that. I'd say I know more on average than my peers in that. I mean, I spend a lot of time reading. Like for example, just today I read took me like an hour. Read the whole thing about the Pancha Valley conflict in 2021 that's just still ongoing. So. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but then it's sort of different information, but I still say overall, I spend disproportionately more time than my average person my age in that, and also note that it's my age, so then there's a hang of a lot of old people that know a hang of a lot more than me, so that is, and so then as that, and on radio, there's less that you can say if you know less, or less valuable or interesting stuff in that. But yeah, so I feel like there would be a podcast which I would do well, but I think that the majority I wouldn't do well. I just like not know when to. There's just some people I get on well with and just communicate with brilliantly, and it's awesome, but most people not so much. Anyway, that's that. How do we get to that? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. Well. Absolutely, well, it's to do with Hey There Pop somehow. Oh no, I was thinking Rush Wars because you commented about Rush Wars and anything all about Rush Wars. We're going to get it on the app. Let's go read back the chat. Okay, here we go. On Facebook, awesome. There you go, I waited for you. Wanted to know, what are some cartoons you want? Like, oh, here we go. I could tell you about those. So I don't know why he's showing one here. I don't know if that's right. Wait, I've watched all the Pixar ones as of 2020. And I have I watched the one Soul? No, I don't think I have. But yeah, I've watched all the Pixar ones. I actually made a list. I don't know if I showed you. I may have. I'll get it up actually of all the Pixar and the order in which I like them. And we will get to this game. Disney. Where is it? Movies. Movie. Come on. Favorite. I don't know what it was called. What was it called? What's that movie? Inside Out. Can it look in the files? Come on. Maybe it's not even on here. It should be on here. Disney. No, I've searched up Disney. Pixar. Pixar. Okay, there we go. Pixar. Okay, here we go. Boom. Okay, so we'll go to here. And go like, ya boom, ya boom. Okay, it's your boy. This here is the order of my favorite movies. Man, did I put Inside Out so far down? Wow. That's insane. I put Inside Out below Ratatouille. Was that really what? Surely not. Was that in the... Oh, no, that was the order. Oh, no, but I've rearranged them. I can't believe I put that so low. I really like that one. Anyway, Cars 3 was my favorite. I relate to the characters. I don't relate much, but I did in that one. And in the Inside Out, Anger. He was a good lad. He was a good lad. Phil Lewis, I think is his name. Oh, I don't know. I think his surname is... I think there's a Lewis in that name. Okay, anyway, Monsters. So I've watched all of these and that. So, and then I have watched the other ones like on the DreamWorks and that. I watched Wonder Woman the other day. So I don't normally watch movies, but I did I had a collapsed lung at this point, so it was an actual real nice period of time. In like May 2020, I just watched a video. That was so nice. I loved that. Even though it was by myself, it was still I loved that. So yeah, I think from just like looking through there. Yeah, so those ones there is like the... Oh, I couldn't relate to any of the characters. Bother. Well, if I get shot, if someone shoots me with a gun, with a bullet, I'm gonna say, oh, bother. No, it wouldn't be quite like that. It'd be like, it would be like, and then be like, oh, bother. Like Winnie the Pooh. Okay, anyway, thinking about that, just having a shower today. Okay, so anyway, these are I loved the Cars series. I really did love the Cars. Number 3 was my favorite one out of... This was, oh, there we go. As of there, man. What? I can't believe I watched them all by June. I guess if one per night. That's still pretty, like, fast. Anyway, and then... Wait, this was like 3 days after I've been banned. Man, I must be like, I need to take my mind off the YouTube. We'll just do this. No, but I'm glad I did this. It was cool. Up, I loved Up. I did like Up. Good, great humor. Good afternoon. My name is Russell. Sadly, I'm not very good at doing impressions. Unlike some people are real good at impressions now. Mike Wazowski. The Incredibles, good one. Ratatouille. It was cooking and it's a good encouraging people. Wally. And yeah, so that was my list. If that was of any interest to you, surely a little bit of interest. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh no, we can just go here again. Pingu, I loved Pingu. But actual like cartoon series, Tom and Jerry. I did like Tom and Jerry. Because I didn't really watch, because we had, in New Zealand, we had Nickelodeon and we had Cartoon Network. I didn't watch Cartoon Network much, although I actually got all the DVDs for Lego Ninjago, and I watched like all the way to the movie, and then season 1, season 2, and I was waiting for season 3 in like 2014, but it took ages to come out, and then I didn't end up getting it. But I remember going down to the warehouse and like looking for it, and it wasn't there. I think I Google searched it now, and back then I didn't do many Google searches. I only like used YouTube like once a week back in 2014. That's insane. But there's a lot happening in there's been a lot happening for a long time on there. Loved Pingu. Pingu was a good one. There's probably like Fireman Sam, Noddy, Thomas the Tank Engine. That one was a bit earlier than the other ones. There was a couple of other ones as well. They'll be like on video somewhere. Yeah, Fireman Sam. He was a good lad. And then I also, what's called Jungle Junction. That's right, Playhouse Disney. There was some great as one. Handy Mandy. Yes. Jungle Junction. Oh, there's a whole heap of good ones. Bunny Town and that, and Bear in the Big Blue House. Welcome to the Bear House. Doo-doo. And then how sometimes concluded before. Goodbye, good friends, goodbye. 'Cause now it's time to go. That one, beautiful. Loved Bear in the Big Blue House. What else? There's a whole heap of good old cartoons, man. Whole heap of good old cartoons. I mean, I don't really watch any cartoons anymore, but yeah, there's some good ones. There's Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, like that one. What else? Oh, no, I was gonna say Jessie. Although I only watched like one of those episodes, like, because that was from... I can't remember her name. She's from Sweet Life on Deck and that. Jessie, what's her name? Because the other one, London... What was her? Oh, they're just like somewhere. They're there. They're somewhere. I can it's like the knocking. It's like hello. I would think about it if I thought about it for long enough. I just can't. Yeah. Now, I couldn't believe iCarly has made a comeback. That's actually insane in 2021. How did I not know about that? Anyway, I mean, I don't really talk about people. That's one of the things. Sort of almost like a criticism of TV series and that. And because I remember, and also yesterday, I was like, oh, how's this? Not yesterday, maybe 2 days ago. How's there so many TV shows in that? And then I clicked on Phil Lewis and we put different TV shows I never heard of. But they're airing on like CBS and that. So I guess companies are just trying to find series that are popular, all about ratings, right? It's like that sort of clicked. I'm like, of course, they just want ratings, so they're trying to get new series to get a real good series. But then there's always problems like the actors could leave the series or get too old or whatnot. But yeah, so there's that with the series thing. Yeah, the criticism of series is that, I mean, some of the Stranger Things is popular in the Korean one. I can't remember what it's called, the recent one, Squid Games, and I didn't watch either of them. But there are Youth and Consequences. I watched the first 3 episodes of that way back in 2018 because it was free on YouTube and that. But I've never had Netflix, I've never had Spotify, and I've seen people use both of those services. I watched a movie with people that had Netflix, but yeah, I've never used those services. I got Disney Plus for like a week and then a month and then one more month and then that's all. I just like watched, like, got very good value out of it. It was only like $10 and I like watched a movie a day, just about. So yeah, where are we going? Where was I going? I keep forgetting where it's coming from with that. Watching cartoons. Yeah, the criticism is that like it's people then don't even really bond over it. It's not really like a like. And then there's like nonsense ones like Married at First Sight and that, but I just like hear of that. Like I don't really watch much TV and that, but yeah, I sort of hear. But people don't even. It's not like that. It's just like it's like not selfish, but as in it's just individualized. It's not like useful information that you can then use to then, like, not even be funny really in that. Like, I mean, if everyone in the room had watched the thing, then you could do, but that hardly ever happens because there's so many shows. If there's like one show, I get it, and that's what it used to be. It's just like there's like a few shows, like 3 TV shows, and people would all know it, and then it was like it's funny. But then there's hundreds of TV shows in that. Like, it's just like most people don't even know the other series. Even, I mean, The Office, which is like one of the top series, I hear a few people make the odd. They're like, oh, he reminds me of that guy that was like autistic, like in The Office or something. But it's not. I don't know. But then I mean, you could use that same criticism for a lot of things. People spend their time on, like playing a mobile game that has no reference. I mean, you could come up with references in that, like, yeah, like the we're plowing the soybeans like Greg or something, like if you're working hard in a paddock or something. I don't know, but like as in yeah, I was playing Age of Empires today, and I said to the other ones, I said, because I was with the players and that, I said, and there's like stuff that your little guys do, and I was like, they are cutting down those trees like the Israelites cut down their enemies and that, and then one of them said that it was like a good simile or metaphor. I think metaphor. Anyway, so there's different, but most of the time you don't really. It's just, yeah. Oh, but that's while we're playing a game. That's not reverse. We use that game, Age of Empires, to make a reference. That's a biblical reference in the game. So it's like it wasn't even the game that did that. Is it because I think it's like, I don't know, but then you could keep using the argument and saying, well, we should use your time in this way, and this way, and this way, and not that way. Because it all has to be something that you can then use later, but so, and I'm not to, that, like, well, then just don't ever do this, video games, no movies, no TV. It's like, no, but, yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot more value if you can then use it as connecting thing, like, because it's like ideally it's entertaining, and then you can like connect in that over it in that. But it's like all these people just watching all these TV shows that they never even then connect with people. But then that's true of mobile games, like me playing a mobile game. But it's cool when like lots of people playing Clash of Clans. Like that was cool. Like it was actually cool. Like at lunchtime, we're like yo, join the clan, and it's like something to talk about. But it's sort of like you have to have enough people doing it. But then it just gives those companies like monopolies over sort of. Well, as in like then if you say like you should only use your time in ways that you can connect, then it always be then just a company that's real big. Then everyone just goes to that. But that is a cool thing when it's But that's just some thoughts on that. I'm like Dennis Prager. No, I'm not like I am in a way, but it's just he's like whoom. He's level 35 mafia boss. Okay, I hope not. Just imagine. He's I don't know. He's got the suit for it. Anyway, audio's fine. Awesome. Boom on Twitch. That was I'm way behind in the comments. Go and answer my question. I was like 20 minutes late. Sorry. There you go. Do you have Madagascar? I love Madagascar. Ice Age. Yes. Sid the Sloth. Oh, he's such a good guy. I relate to Sid the Sloth. Madagascar. Penguins. Penguins. Yes. Oh, what's this saying go? Like, hut, 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 hut. Moving boys or something. Like, they use the word boys. I wonder if that's influenced modern language. We'd be like, yeah, the boys, or for the boys, or, I feel like, because they use boys a lot. I don't know, but like, in the 1990s, was boys used a lot? I feel like it wouldn't be. It feels more super casual, like, sort of even in present day, it's like, yeah, the boys are sort of like, oh, bordering on, not, oh, kind of cringe, but not. So it's just very casual. Okay, there we go. About all those Checkers channel. There you go. Oh, did I make video? I didn't make video on those two in there. Although I may have mentioned. I don't think I've mentioned Sid the Sloth before. I maybe mentioned the Penguins, man. I guess there's just so many interesting things in the world. It's insane. When it's like, people say I'm bored. Other than like if you're in a lecture and it's like, or at school and it's like boring. It's like. And if people in their free time say, I'm bored, it's like, what? I mean, I used to say, not regularly, but sometimes. But now, I wouldn't, for years, I feel like I've just been, there's just so much. I was thinking last night, oh man, I could just, by the time, it won't even get to Everdale, mate, we will, but as in, it's like, I'm taking so long, but there's so many cool things to talk about. I said, lying in bed last night, watching this Prager, love watching his fireside chats, and eating my frozen berries, like I do. And I thought, it's like it's like living as a king. It's like actually living as a king in that, like a king from 200 years ago in that. Like it's like I'm in a lovely warm bed with an electric blanket, electricity, and I've got a wonderful selection of food. And I've chosen frozen berries. I love my frozen berries. And it's not just one berry. Like, okay, we just go to our field and that's all we got. 3 different types of berries. Let's go. And I've got a computer which has and the iPad which has information, the power of the internet. It's like I can search up anything. Like if I want to be interested in this, and this, that's so powerful. It's crazy how we got all this information, and people are like, the world's going to be just, everyone's going to, and it just completely flopped and failed. Like, it just didn't work. Because then, and now it's like worse than ever, because you have like 2 parallel universes of information. Like, it's just a constant, like, people just like, it's so diverged that every single, most events, it's just like, excluding like, there was a hurricane, like, okay, both sides agree there's a hurricane. But, like, on certain topics, like, most of the events, it's just absolute opposite, and it's just sort of, it's just pointless, like, it's just pointless. It's like, it's just crazy. It's like, as in a discussion, it's just like, oh, no, but did you hear this, and this, and they're like, another person's like, well, no, that's not true. Did you hear this? It's like, it's just like, the people aren't actually, it's sort of like, it's like people just, it's like they're just both just reciting their, was I do a lot of thinking in that, and I'm not just saying that as, oh no, I'm one of those free thinkers in that. I have some of the thing of, just reciting in that, defending it, but I think it's sort of, if you open it to the fact you're wrong, which I am, then it's fine, I think, to recite a position, and then it can become uncomfortable when they then question, and you have to defend that position in that. But you don't have to if you don't want to. That's the beauty of it. You can be like, oh, actually, no, you're right. I disagree with that part of the position, or the position entirely. You've convinced me. You've changed my mind in that. But I think it's fine to sort of recite, but you have to be open to the fact you're wrong in that. But yeah, but I do like actually think through some stuff, which then it's so much nicer when you have a discussion about it, because then if they say this, well, what about this? You're like, oh, I've thought about that. Whereas if you just recite a position from either side in that, it's like, yeah, it's just like, if Stacey Abrams or Tucker Carlson or, well, they're not necessarily, yeah, but anyway, and so then it's sort of, it's just the information is just, people just all over the show. It's sort of just crazy. It's just actual crazy. And then there's incentive, like, for, like, people to just make up scams or conspiracies and that can then generate money and yeah, it's so sad that this sort of happened. Like we thought that. Well, I this is what you hear people say. People thought that the information age would then solve it, but it sort of didn't. It sort of just made it worse. Because it used to be that there'd be, and when I say something like that, I don't know. I wasn't there. I just say it by people that I trust, and so because trusting sources is a very very important thing. But yeah, you have to. Like spread your risk. Have a few, have a few different people. You're like, okay, I'll listen to your opinion on this, your opinion on this, etc. And that, but yeah, it used to be like there'd be an unbiased piece written in the newspaper, and the viewers would read it and decide, make up their mind of, oh yeah, I think this, or oh, I think this. But now it's just so, it's just so crazy. Man, we've got 9 viewers on YouTube, and it's just so crazy how just misleading and dishonest in that so much of the media is. It's crazy. It actually is. It's sad. It's really sad because it has so much impact on society, like more impact than the politicians. It's like, what the heck? Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that the media would be so influential in that? It's actual crazy in that. But there's a hang of a lot of dishonest media, and Trump used to say that lots in that, and I sort of. It's just a sort of brush over my head. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm sure there's some bad ones out there, some dodgy apples that have been dishonest in that. But then it's like I realized more and more, like actually seeing real life examples in that, like even events that I was part of, and then there'd be an article written about it, or people that I know that were part of an event in that, and there's an article written, and I'd be like, okay, that's just actually just misleading. That's just actually really unfair article, very very biased article in that. So I actually knew. It's not like I just like, this guy on the internet said it's not. It's like, no, I actually started because before I was like, I don't know, are they actually? But it's like, no, they actually are. But it's like, it's sort of like I'm like in my mind, I'm convinced that it is the case, but I wasn't convinced for quite a while. I was sort of in the last year, which is pretty recent, because some people, I mean, Trump was a major figure that was very anti-media, but there's people before him that were saying there was bias in the media. But yeah, it's only real recently that I've actually thought, no, they actually are. I've seen examples of it, and it's really damaging. It really is, and that. So yeah, okay. Yeah, me and my answering the questions, well, I did in 2020. That was the year. That was, yeah. I know, but he only have 4 or 5 platforms. I'm actually on 10 at the moment. Video more than that. I'm confused. You only have 4 or 5. Can you let me? Oh, is that viewers? Can you let me know who they were if you want? Grey orange. Yeah. Slight uptake in your Everdale. Oh, nice. Yep. For films, cars, man. I guess Ice Age. I listed his channel. Scroll down. He saw those 3 many more. Who lists here? My videos, man. 1,700. That's actually crazy. And PewDiePie, yeah, it's only like 3 times me, and it's like, what the heck? He's been going this for like 10 years. It's just boosting it. But the thing, even with these streams, if I just keep doing 2-hour streams, that will just keep upticking in that. Like if I did 2 or 3 of those, let's say 3 a day, 2 hours, and then I did that for like a week, then that's 18 videos a week, which is streams. But that's real fast. Like every every 5 weeks, so every month, then it's 100. So it's like 0.1, etc. So it does add up. Show your Everdale account. I will. You can start watching my last stream to see it if you're really that desperate to see it. I mean, I can understand why you want to see it. It's called this, and here I am, 1 hour in, and I haven't even started it. I'm like the stream. There we go. Forget later. Madagascar. Mona. There we go. The last melon. There we go. I have watched Mona. So I used to listen to the song do 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 do. I listened to that before I actually ended up watching the movie. It was like a long time ago, maybe 2018. I listened to that song like a few times. We go suicide over here. I'm getting up. There we go. It's just because of how my mind works. It's just distracting like that. So I just like go for it. Nah, The Rock. There we go. Ice Age. Not by heart. Some people can. That's crazy. I know a lot of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, but I've watched that every year for like a decade. So Yeah, I should, but even I still wouldn't. I still couldn't recite the whole thing. But there's scenes where I'm like, I know how it goes in that. I love that movie. Same with Ender's Game. They do this every year. You lost it? Was that Diego? Oh no, that was probably Manny saying it to Sid. Can't remember what that one is. Light Monster. That was a good one. Mike Wazowski. Was you lace English? I can't even. I don't. I passed, and honestly, that was basically the story of a lot of my things. I didn't fail, and I didn't get excellence. There were some exceptions. I did get some excellence, and I did get some fails, but not many fails and not many excellence. But mainly because in New Zealand we have not achieved, almost achieved. It's not really a thing. Not achieved. It actually is kind of though, but not really. Not achieved, achieved, merit, and excellence. So 4 ranks in that. So and then most of mine fell around from achieved to merit. It's like aim for excellence, hope for merit, receive and achieved. Something like that. Okay, there we go. High school. Anyway, I mean, I so wish I had the knowledge now going back to high school, man. I would just like, boom. Honestly, though, one of my classes called DTA was like a literal iCarly IRL. It was like, honestly, it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. It was so good, man. And I was pretty sneaky. I was pretty sneaky. There used to be this beautiful sound. Windows 10 had just come out, I think. And oh no, it must have been that one because it went up on that. And oh, is this even gonna work? And anyway, it'd be this like just be in class, and then suddenly like would just go like the teacher would be at the front would just be like, but it had like mics, so it would like go out so everyone can hear. It would just be like. And then just like that, and then the teacher would be like, "All right, who's that? Who's doing that?" There's this kid next to me. And it'd be like, it looks so suspicious. It was so funny. I mean, he'd do it sometimes as well, and then be like, "I didn't do it. It wasn't me." And then he'd look even more suspicious. Oh man, it was so good, man. I so wish I had honestly, I wish there was like cameramen in there and just made it just, but you know, it would be so not natural in that. It's like, it would be so flippant weird, like, you know, for people like, and love at first sight or married at first sight or whatnot, it'd just be like so weird, like, it just like life being crazy it is, and then people like, cameras on. There's a good Fairbairn's film, we short video, joking about it and that, and how it just like, yeah, do you think it would be a good idea if we just get all these people and just say you're married and just make a show on it? It's like, but they wouldn't. Well, after that, just like set it up so there's lots of drama in that. But the thing is that it's because people are like that. Like, as in, I don't seek drama. I don't do drama. And and even people do drama. I don't even realize sometimes in that. And I just it just doesn't work really with me. It just doesn't. And yeah, so it's like if you had people like me, it just wouldn't even work, because it'd be like, it just wouldn't. It'd just be like, okay, this guy's he's just a dud. He's he's not gonna get us ratings. He's just like, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, it's yeah. I don't think it's healthy what they do to having those. I mean, those people have the choice to go on it, and also coming back to the thing about living like king. It's like, it's actual crazy. And then I don't, because I got on the information, but it's like I have pictures on my wall, and you know, the information on the computer, lovely warm bed, frozen berries, selection of fruit. That's just insane. Like, there's so many reasons to be happy. Like, that's just better lifestyle quality than. And it's not a high bar having access to a computer with internet access. Like this, you can just go to in New Zealand, libraries that are free and just do that, even if you don't even have a computer or a device. And I mean, pictures, you should be able to get them printed for pretty cheap. And then frozen berries are like $10 kg, which is kind of expensive, but not really. If just buy a bag of berries. And most people wouldn't eat many. You could just try it if you wanted. But it doesn't have to be berries. It can be whatever food you want. And you don't have to have pictures on your wall either. But it's just that's just such a cool, so much reason to be grateful. It's like, why the heck is it oh man, this guy's richer. It's like, dude, just be happy, man. Just be happy. What the heck? It's like, this is just insanely good. And then, you can, yeah, it's like, it is healthcare within, it's like, it's crazy. Just like, yeah, it's this. But where was I going with that? There was one other point I wanted to make with that because I forgot where I just leapt off. I had to do with the crazy class. Married at First Sight. I'd be a dud for the show. Where was the link from I'd be a dud for the show to then starting about the bother. There's something I was gonna link up. It'd just be, yeah, it's, I can't remember. Bother. It was, yeah. But yeah, it's just crazy. Like, that's just such a wonderful, like, so much cool stuff. And that's, there we go. It's choice. It's your choice in that. How you react is your choice. How you spend your free time is your choice. And actually, you realize that a hang of a lot in life comes back to your choice. Sure, there's bad societies, there's bad people in society, there's people that even potentially most of society's bad, but and you know, they'll do bad things that affect your life in that. But the vast majority of stuff is up to you. It's your choice. And Dennis Prager was right. The biggest problem in Dennis Prager's life is Dennis Prager. The biggest problem in SuperSight's life is SuperSight. There's some things that absolutely society's wrecking for me in that. But I can choose when I go to bed. And if I go to bed really late and then wake up with only 4 hours sleep, that's my choice. That's my fault. I reap the consequences of that. And there's so much in my life that I could fix. I mean, it's not horribly broken in that, but, you know, having 4 hours sleep, but it's not ideal. It could be better. I can make it better. I should make it better. Why am I not making it better? Peterson would have some answers to that. But, I mean, it could be like a cost-benefit analysis or whatnot, but that's the reality. You are responsible for your choice. And if you're on Married at First Sight, you choose how you react. In your life, you choose how you react. And that makes up a lot. That makes up most of it. That makes up a far higher percentage than what society does to you, as bad as that is. You get to decide most things. Like, I mean, there's exceptions to that, but most people have a lot of control of their own life. You are the director of your life. You get to choose your presidential team. You don't get to choose your family. You get to choose your friends. And there is geography limits and whatnot. But you do have a lot of choice. And it's starting to sound like a motivational speech. But it's true. It's true. And I honestly think that's a really key thing that I was thinking. It's like, actually, yeah, like, this is, and I sort of go through like, oh yeah, it is, and then I like to sort of forget. It's like, no, I have choice. I need to fix the things that I can fix, and if I fixed all the things that I could fix in my life would be a hang of a lot better. I would be a lot better in that, and the reason it's not that is my choice. So, yeah. You have a lot to choose. Use your choice wisely in that. It's easy to blame society, and society does a lot of bad things, but you also have a lot of choice, and you need to fix and control the things that you can. Okay, so that was, anyway, yay, I remembered. So, there we go, uploading a video soon. Welcome to the stream, Ross, there we go, won't be here for long. That's all good. Responding to what he's talking about, mentioned scammers. They're briefly, to do with... Oh yeah, people that come into your life, and then if you don't trust them fast, then they leave. Like, that reminds me a lot more of a scammer than you should just trust them. Like, why would you not just trust someone? And it's like, and I do trust them. I trust them to an extent, but not fully. Like, does anyone trust anyone fully in that? Like, I remember someone once said to me, they were like, you know, first time I met them, there's three. I was with 2 other people I knew, and then there's this guy there, and he was talking to them, and then he was talking to me, and then he's like, I want to think of you as my brother. Is that okay? I was like, that's okay. And then he was like, I want you to think of me as your brother, and I'm like, no. I said no, and that, because no, I'm not just gonna think of it like as in, and I mean, it all comes down to terminology and meaning that, but as in like a brother, as in like like if you know like a physical brother in that, like which you it's like it's just not it's just like you do like a physical brother in that versus like someone that you meet on the street and says, "Do you think of me as a brother?" In doing and to me, what that means is that you then think of them as the equivalent of an actual brother and that, and so that and it's like, no, I'm not just gonna do that and that. That's just like assuming that you get on well with if you have a brother and if you get on well with your brother and that. That's just you. Why would you trust someone? Like, would most people trust a stranger with their bank account? The problem is actually some people do. That's why scammers keep scamming people. That's the problem. That actually is the problem. It's like I'm answering my own question, but some people do, and that's how all these scams exist, and all these people get exploited. But you shouldn't. But yeah, and so yeah, and that's why I'm just like, no, I just and I don't why if you should fully trust someone when you meet them. Would you trust them with your bank account? Would you just hand it over if they asked for it? I don't think you would. Oh, so you don't fully trust someone? Because I feel like people give me so much flack for saying I don't fully trust people off the bat, and they're like, why? It's like, anyway, I've answered it earlier, and it's like because I don't want them to just take all my money out of my bank account. I mean, I haven't actually got that much in my account. I actually did a post because I was so annoyed because people used to keep saying like I'd like buy something. I can't remember what. And then they'd be like, well, just because I'm a YouTuber, they'd be like, "You're so rich, you're so rich." It's like, right? They didn't even know how much I had, but like, they're just like, "You must be so rich." It's like, I'm not so rich. Like, it just annoyed me because it's just, yeah, I don't know. It's like I don't not like rich people, but I mean, there's some rich people I wouldn't like, but I'm not just all rich people are bad. Definitely not of that mindset, but. Yeah, it was just like because then if people think you're rich, then they'll have a different approach. They'll be like, oh well, it doesn't really matter whether I'm here or not because they'll be getting enough money. Oh, it doesn't really matter if I'm a member or not because they're getting enough money. Like as in there's that effect in that, but also then lots of people don't like rich people because they're rich, and then yeah, so it's like. And then also then if you're chatting with them, then solutions and that, then they wouldn't suggest certain things. You'd be like, oh well, you're rich, so you can just do that. It's like actually no. So anyway, but I actually made a video. Oh, did I make a video? No, I answered a comment. I actually made a video that didn't release about my net worth. But it's sort of funny, like a self-reported net worth, because there wasn't much to add up really. It was under 50,000. That was I think January 2020. Yeah, and it's still under 50,000. Yeah, I think it's still under 50,000. Anyway, so sorry, Supersite, if you hurt you with my questions. That's all good. I don't know if you mean like as sarcastic or not sarcastic. Either way, that's all good. I wasn't hurt by your questions. So yeah, that's right. So I responded to that question about being rich and that. So yeah. It's even just terminology. I was thinking about this last night as well. I thought about a lot of things you say, and then I'm thinking about them again today. Terminology, like when people say the poor, like there's very few people that self-identify as rich. Like a lot of people, well, I don't know, not that many people, but the few people I've met and that identify as poor, and some of them I don't consider. Like I would not say that they're poor. But I feel like then people would far rather say the poor than the rich. Oh no, but then it depends on the situation, because then if you're like trying to look all fancy, like it's like, oh yeah, no, I'm rich, I got my car or whatnot. But so it's like you wouldn't be like, well, but then I don't know. It's sort of, I feel like it's like, oh, I'm poor sort of thing, and so then like you're then supposed to feel more sorry for them or something and that. But yeah. So then there's a people that so then a lot more people, but then it's like it's super subjective on what poor is. Like it's like it's sort of like it's same with like the poverty rate in the US and that and how the poverty rate stayed the same despite spending billions of dollars on it. It's part of the reason is because they just like keep redefining poor or poverty to just be like the bottom 10%. Well, and so it's like, well, you never have less than 10% poverty because you've defined it as the bottom 10%. I mean, that's a very simplistic way, but it's kind of, I feel like, partly what it is. Because like if you look at like a poor person from like like the year 1900, like 900 versus like what they call poor now, it's like what, like like a poor person 1900 versus like a middle class person. That probably poor people now are richer than the middle class people then. So it's like, so there has been an increase in that, but like in material stuff and that, and yeah. Anyway, there's a couple of good PragerU videos on that. So Yeah, to do with the poor. So it's sort of like definitional. Like I wouldn't describe myself as poor, and I wouldn't describe myself as rich. But then at the same time, it's yeah. But then there would be, most people wouldn't describe themselves as poor or rich. And then there's huge band in that. And then there's people that are actually rich that wouldn't call themselves rich, or people that are actually poor. But then that's all subjective, anyways. But it's sort of like the terminology of, well, what does it even mean? What does that even mean? It's sort of like poor just blends into yeah, like yeah, like, you know, kid in Africa that's got basically nothing, like, that's poor. That's real poor in that. That's poor in that. But then, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's sort of, it's just sort of odd. Because, yeah. Because then if you can get tens of thousands of dollars of benefits, like in the US, this would probably give you, like, I think the top state, maybe Hawaii, you could get like 50,000. That would have been US dollars worth of benefits in a year. That's insane. Like, if you did that for like 10 years and was somehow saving lots of that money, then, well, I don't know, because then like poor, then you include in like the house and all that, which skews it in ways. I don't know. But yeah, just, yeah, the poor, what does that mean? Yeah, the government can define it, but yeah. And ultimately, and the money thing, it's just, you can be financially, monetarily poor, but you can be a really happy person. And there are happy, poor people, and there's really sad, rich people. Notch was one of them. Well, he's described his loneliness and that he was the maker of Minecraft, which now he's completely removed. Well, I think completely. By Minecraft, like removing his name and that. Anyway, sure you're fine. Yes, be right back. Oh, we're going to get onto this game. It's going to be fun. Family's going to watch a movie, then 10 minutes. The movie started. I tapped out. Teacher loves The Office. Now, I tried to make a joke once about The Office, but it didn't. Well, I can't remember how it went. I think like there's like I'd met somewhere with this person, and then yeah, I think it was like an officey place in that, and then they're like, I like The Office, and then I said like US or UK version, and they didn't get it. Anyway, it's talked for like 12 hours later. Welcome to the stream, Al Hottigan. I think I recognize your name, Stacey Abrams. He did a show starting 12 hours from now. He did show it starting 12 hours from now. Oh, that's true. It's actually, yeah. I mean, it's like 5 p.m. in my country. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. There we go. 5 team platforms. Oh, we're catching up. Oh, then it jumps. Oh, no. Okay, there wasn't too much chat. There we go. You may not do drama, but I see you pranking. Yeah, pranks are good. Proud thoughts. Yes, we choose our response in life. Boom. Trusting too soon could indicate that a person is gullible. Easy prey for scammers or crooks. Yeah. Hey, it says gullible on the stealing. Oh, I stole your lungs. That's how we clip. There you go. Go to ED now. There, mentioned CR. Paul, Al, welcome. We've got 6 watching. Okay, so I will indeed set it up now. Let's go. Although, actually, just maybe one more thing before we start it. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. Not yet, anyway. Okay, so here we go. We'll just go like ka-chow. Boom. Okay, so this is good old DLive. DLive. And there's this one. It's not moving at the moment. Oh, updates. This one. This is you guys here. Oh, yeah, man, Rush Wars, man. Honestly, I was thinking about the early day. It made me sad. A little bit. It was like, man, I had my game. And this year, insane. You won't believe. Oh, man, there was actually a few more updates. Oh, no, because 1, 2, 3, and then that was it released. Because they had probably called. Oh, that I don't count that as an update. Oh, I mean, a tiny change, but not really. So this one here. New pets. Oh, yeah, so it's just pets and decorations. So that's because it's like new content. Pets. I don't really care about the pets in Heyday. I think I named one of them Zach. Create your own valley. Yeah, the lore of Supersight. The 20 things you didn't know about Supersight. Honestly, I've talked so much over so many hours of streams. People could make such good videos on that. But the thing is that, like, for them to do the best possible, they have to watch it all. But there's, like, honestly, I think there's hundreds of hours worth of content now. So there would be, yeah, that's crazy. And I mean, they're super committed to, like, go through it all. But there's so many fascinating things. So there wasn't even an update. Oh, was I there for that one? Create your own valley. Oh, no, because that's right. Yeah, that's right. Because we waited so long because it used to be those ones. So finally people could do it. So they haven't even removed... Does that mean that they haven't even removed the ousting? Yes! It's still in. It's still in. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes! Yes, the boom, the sniper, I loved the election system. Oh, it was so good. I love it. I love it. So this was the actual one. They didn't remove it here. I don't think they did. That's crazy. How is it so long? It must be. I can't believe there's still so many people. So this was the key thing that I missed. Photo mode. Oh, yeah. Well, it's like not really. I mean, it's good, but it's not really like, oh, that will change all my gameplay and how it all looks. So improved decoration. Don't really care about that. And send sprite. Oh, yeah. There we go. Spirit. Oh, so it's like sending that. So well, even this, like they haven't like missed out, and there's been a big update in that, and then another big one, and then I will have missed what it was like with the separate ones. Like this one's literally just like a few animals and some decorations, and then this here wasn't even that much either. So rotate. Oh, yep. Build skins. Update. Oh, nice. Cool. Pink roof. I honestly can't believe that they haven't. Oh, here we go. Oh, power grab. The government, yeah, governments don't voluntarily reduce themselves, as Ronald Reagan would say. It's like, oh, the elders will love this, more power. Yeah, they won't get that revoked. There we go. You just got cancelled. Oh, people could be so nasty. It's like, it's just you can happen. If people have power, people can abuse power. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And it doesn't have to, but it often does. Elders can now cancel. Oh, yeah, that's it. You go. Oh, the power grab. Oh, okay, there we go. So I love it. Wow, isn't it? It's just funny. It's just funny. It's just banter. Okay, there we go. Where's this? Oh yeah, I earned my first cent on Rumble. Let's go. Oh, I hope I've done that. Oh, good. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go! I earned my very first cent. And this is, it must come through. I've been monetized Rumble since 2020. It's been like over a year. It's like a year and a half. And I earned my first cent. 1 cent. And I've got like 200 views or something. And 700 Rumbles. And how can you have more Rumbles than views anyway? So it should be at least 700 views. 1 cent. Because I thought it was, I just gave up on, like, I actually emailed Rumble today before I even saw this, hoping that things would change, which they haven't. Like, when you upload, it has a list of incorrect things. But I was like, sort of gave up on the stats. There's just no stats for ages, and it's just like, everything was just 0, 0, 0, and the graph was 0 every time I clicked on it. Anyway, so it's cool that actually there's finally something. Even if it's just that, I'll take a cent. I'll take a cent. At least it's working, but it's sort of broken as that people wouldn't know for like a year and a half before they get anything. And why have I only got 1 cent now? Why 1 cent? Like, why not 2 cents? And why not a cent like a year ago when I started monetizing, was getting views? There we go. Oh, there we go. Watching from Canada. I got you back. Welcome to the stream. There we go. Okay, and then this here, app brain. So they're 500,000. So that's the last update. I don't know why there's a difference. Why that's that. Maybe it's when it's processed or whatnot. Because I don't know why that's the 7th. Because surely they had to have had it simultaneously come out. So I don't know why that is. Don't know why that is. But 500,000 since that was the November, and then they haven't hit 500,000 more since then. Interesting. So there's that. And then the other thing I was going to show you, throat's getting a bit sore, is... No, I'm not showing you a throat, but we will have a look at good old trends, cheeky trend, bam, and if I could always just go Control H, and I should have it trends, because I searched up earlier today. It's that one. Yeah, that one will do. Okay. Boom. Boom. Rush Wars, like, yeah. So this is a long-term one, so you could see the peaks of them. So that one had a much bigger one. than that, both for release and announcement, and that then peaked out. And see, just look at that. It's just so low now. I can get rid of that. But if you go to then past week, it's just like this game. These two just flatlined. Well, I mean, no, because that's relative. No, because it hasn't got Clash Mini on there. It looks like, whoa, look at all that interest in that. But if you had Clash Mini on there, bam, that is so, like, relatively, that's like so much more. It's over 10 times the interest of that, and like 30 times the interest of that. And that was not even that popular, because I'm aware of how popular it is, because I'm aware of how popular Heyday is, and Heyday is like not enough to make a living on, and it's like this, like double that. So it's like, ooh. And then, you know, if we really want to do it, if we really want to give you some perspective, let's have a look at Brawl Stars. Let's see what Brawl Stars is like. Let's watch them go flat. Bam. Oh, that's not, is it not flat anymore? Wow. Wow, but yeah, look at that. That's crazy. Like, there's actual flat for those ones now, relatively. But yeah. Yeah, anyway, but yeah, there's some perspective. It's good to have perspective, right? Okay, so where are we going from this? We're going to download that. Okay, and don't understand a lot of English. That's okay. Ricky Wink, really? Some people do. Seriously, you've made a penny. I've made a penny. I don't know how I've only made 1 cent. Hundreds of views, yeah. Because they and not only that, they promote themselves as like, we're like YouTube, but we give you more money. It's like, well, let's see that happen actually. Okay, so we are going to search up Everdale. Now I might have to look up the. I might have to look up my password, because it was I logged it in with Supercell ID. I'm so lucky I did, because then it's not dead. It's alive. Oh, it actually probably, to be fair, is probably just going to work. Wait, I'll just do that. Oh yeah, it's all good. Boom, boom, boom. Downloading it. Those things. And cancel. Just got cancelled today. Here we go. I probably will still be logged in, actually, which is kind of cool. I do talk fast. Whoa. That looks kind of cool. That's like a movie effect, man. The lava golem's got inside my throat. Here we go. Everdale. Everdale. It's like coming home. Tonight, meet me in the valley where the stars collide. Do, 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 do. Here we go. Oh man, it's been too long. It's been like 4 months. It's too long, man. No, it's like 5 months. That's actual crazy. Some people will totally be maxed out in this game. Totally be maxed out. Someone told me that there was people like complaining in the discourse of Everdale. I don't know why, but people totally be maxed out. Like, mate, the rate we were going was just unprecedented. I hadn't seen anything like it. Like, there was absolute insanity in that. Like, there we totally got to. I'm just saying, there's gonna be people maxed. That's just a guess. But like, I mean, people were maxing that other game, like in Valleys and Villages, in like 6 months, and they did spend some money. But mate, the people in this game were spending so much money there. Mate, I just need one of them to be my sponsor. Someone actually sent me a message saying when I stopped Everdale, they're like, what you need to do is they sent me this cool poem, and it was like 1,000 true fans or something. But one of the suggestions they had, which I actually considered it afterwards, they said, you need to find someone on there that values that data and just offer your services of, you know, going through and collecting all that data for, like, you know, you could just say $600 US a month or whatnot. And because the thing is, they're paying, some of those people were paying hundreds, possibly thousands anyway. So it's like, if they loved all that data, they could have, you know, I didn't make the, because there's not many rich people in that. There's a few rich people in that, a few whales, because there's like, I don't think most people can spend money on games, but there's some, and there's huge amounts. And if you got one of them, I don't know how I would have then, like, I don't know what I would have decided on for proposal for an agreement. Like, I wouldn't want to just never be allowed to share that information. I thought maybe I could have like a 48-hour delay, so they get it first, and then 48 hours I release it later. Or, I mean, they could be kind enough and just say, hey, I just want you to continue YouTubing. You can just still release it publicly. You know, just send me a private Excel file. Well, it doesn't have to be private, but an Excel file every day that has the info. Yeah, could add like a public depository or something that I updated. But that would be cool with versions of the Excel sheet. But because I released a final one with the data on it. That's kind of sad. It was so cool, and people can manipulate the data. It's weird. I don't like that word manipulate, but because it's. Yeah, I mean, the reality is most data, or not most data, but a hang of a lot of data is manipulated. But yeah, anyway, but yeah, I reckon some people will have maxed out because people were, yeah, but yeah, just, and so I could have got someone that which is sponsoring me to get that data. I feel like I could have found someone potentially. I don't know, maybe not. But because there's quite a few people in that, and I had it, the Discord server which I could have used to promote, which right now I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's conflict of interest. I don't really think so. Well, I mean, because then I own it, and if I didn't own it, then no. But then I could put it in the chat anyway, and I mean, yeah, and I mean the thing, no one has to take me up on it, but yeah, that doesn't impact whether the fact of it is conflict. I think it would be fine to that. But so I was thinking about the deal and what I'd do and how much, like, because I could do a personal profile on where they rank, like, could do personalized data in that. If I knew more about Excel, I could do a template that just automatically just had all that data that just updated for them every day, and then I could send it to. But I'd probably end up having to manually do it because I remember those streams you end up getting for hours and hours long because I'd have the personal leaderboard. I'm not going to do the personal one today. I do intend to just type out the 50 of top in that, but I'm not the players. I mean, they'll probably all just be maxed anyway, the reputation, but it would be cool to do that, but or like a text to like an image to text thing, and just go through, or just have the API. That would just be easier, and then do like more charts and graphs of the top few players. But I'm not going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on, but then, so I can't even, because I could just, it'll be quick as to do the other thing. It's crazy because we were almost getting some cool achievements. I wish we'd pushed a little bit harder and just kicked out a few more players, and we could have got some more records. We didn't get a single record that I was aware of. We are the first clan called SuperSightLIVE to hit everything, right? Anyway, so, yeah, I will allow that. Just don't want to take me to settings. So go allow. Yep, here we go. So it's got a little ting to it now. Yo, my villagers, no! Oh wait, no, that's fine, No, of course. I didn't expect them to keep me there for 5 months. No, I actually didn't. Oh, but it's cool. Oh, do we have to join? Does it force you to join one? It's kind of annoying. There used to be sort of a glitch when the joining thing. Does it join me in a random one? Yo! The villager's back. It feels like, oh, it's like colorful and it's exciting. It's like, oh, this is my village. Woo! This is kind of crazy. And it's 8, which isn't that bad. Level 8 wasn't that bad. And I'm actually kind of close to the end of 9. But surely I'm not 14,000 still. Oh, because they have to. No, they changed the balance of it significantly. Oh, you got all these things here. Well, I mean, all these things, not actually that much. Oh, no, definitely want that. Photo mode. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, that's actually real cool. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's actually so cool. That's actually really cool. Okay, we'll do that. Save. Airdrop. Save image. Save to files. If I like to access my photos. I don't want permissions, have I just given them here? They have my files. Okay, there we go. Oh, this is so nice to be back, man. This is so cool. I'll just actually put the stream up in a couple of places. Boom. This is actual mean. It's so nice. It's like, yo, we got a pack. I'll promote the Rumble one, even though both of them work. Fresh. I'm definitely not doing it at everyone. We'll do it there, and we'll do it in the Everdale server. We'll just do it. Do I have a content creation? Surely. I haven't got a content creation one. I guess hardly anyone does it, and so it wasn't even. Oh, it's been a while. It's been a while. announcements. Oh, the last one was October. Whoa. We hit 1 point. Oh, so there must be people leaving. We're not got a content one. Super sight. Oh, streams. Yo, here we go. Oh, wow. Heaps of people have been doing it. I'll just bring that up. Old Excel. Yeah, I did this. The one posted in there, so people can then use it still. That's actual. Oh, there's all these people. Oh wait, no, that just goes back way to there. Oh no, but Clash with Style. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, the last one was then. It's been a while. Yeah, that was like 3 months ago. That's sad. I don't know how many people still play it. I really don't. I'll do a general. Currently streaming. Tag. Streams. That looks a little bit like my icon. Because this was one that I've still got the original. You see my YouTube icon like that. Only two watching, that's fine though. It's relaxing. I'm actually relaxing. So we got that. News. Update announcement. So I just never know if it will just like take me to like an external one. Oh, it's just that. Oh, here we go. That was agent. Whoa, look at all the servers. They even got a TikTok. So many. There's so many platforms in that. When are they gonna get Rumble? I don't think they're the type of crowd that's gonna get Rumble. Oh, we've got 7 workers. I should really get them working immediately. It's just so beautiful. It's just taking it all in. Ooh, look at that. It's like exciting. Like a birthday present. That said you advanced your Discord level. Oh, why is there no chat? Is that a glitch? Yeah, where's still glitchy. Oh, 17. Oh, but then there's all this, the order that you collect. Oh, and that guy. I have a few gems left, not that many. Oh, all those. For free. For me? Yeah, those will keep people busy. Oh, there's the big deal. I used to buy that a few times. Oh, this is so cool. The leaderboard, don't. Oh, when I tap the leaderboard, it's just gonna be too much. It's gonna be too much. Oh, and then there's all the tasks. Oh, actually, this is an active one. Oh, I could like almost do that. Oh, wait, why have my tokens just starting now? Maybe because I've just hopped on. Must be. Oh, it's kind of sad because it like was where it would have been cool to like lead a one that went from 0 like nothing, which is basically what my one started as, to I think it was nothing, yeah, all the way up to like maxed. Whereas like now if I join, I mean it's kind of like in Valleys and Villages. I just joined one and they hadn't quite maxed. I'd contribute like a tiny, like less than 1%, probably 1/1000th. Out of to help them max out, but they were basically maxed. So it's a very different game experience when you sort of like start with nothing and slowly have to build everything up, versus if you just join a maxed clan, everything's maxed out. Very different. And I don't know if that's a good thing that you can just do that, because then there's huge benefits of just joining a maxed one, but then it's not sort of as fun as and exciting. And people wouldn't even know that though. I know it because I've played the game and realized, but some people would just join one that turned out to be a really good clan, and it would be a very different gameplay experience to someone that just joins like a dud-ass clan and has to like manually build up everything. So I don't know if they should almost remove that choice in the sense that people don't really know, or I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know how, because it's like removing choice, just like in life in general. I'm suspicious of those things. But oops, you can turn the game. Oh, sorry. Yes. Is that better? Claim. Oh yeah, and then we got all those. Because then it's 20k, eh? There's decay. 20k starts the decay. Oh, here it is. Whoa, man, I'm well up there. What the heck? That's kind of crazy, because like in my mind, and leader, they've still got. Are they co-leaders though? Maybe they. No, they aren't. No, it's the real thing. It's the real deal, man. It's the real deal. Oh, and you can create a valley. It's oh, and it costs a little bit of gems. It's the real valley. Man, because I always just assumed that basically everyone that still plays this game would be maxed. Because, like, they've had so long. Like, how could they not be maxed by now? I can't believe I have the most. That's crazy. I think just randomly put me in there. So I feel like I should start. I'll do this first, and then I'll look at the leaderboard. I'm just like, oh, the leaderboard. I don't know. How do I even play? Like, what do we even do? I have to get, like, someone on soup, right? I can't even remember how I was, like, maxing the troops out. So you're there. We want to get that built. We need brick. Okay. Oh, and then you have to, like, max out the guys. I can't remember, though, like, which ones need researching. Oh, that's right. And you always have someone doing that. Signed villager. None of them even have research ability. I can't even remember what I used to use them all for. Info. No skill points. Info. A little bit of researching. No. Oh, maybe it was Carolina. And yeah, it must be. Unless it was her. No, okay, Carolina, so... Sweet Caroline. Oh, what? But she's only done 76. What? That can't be right. Oh, because I'd always use Friends the Builder. That's insane. That's actually crazy. Oh, that's so funny. I mean, I have enough gems, so why not? Let's just hire him. Let's just hire him, eh? Friends. Welcome back. That will then mess me up when I finally stop hiring him, because we're like, oh, it's going to take so long. Oh, the bakery. Oh, but then you have to, like, do those products or whatnot. Oh, it's sort of weird. It's just like, how do I just tap the... There goes, so you... Oh, it's kind of, this is where I left off, man. This was like, that's right, we're racing for those things. Oh, study, oh, that's kind of cool. I never saw those final ones. Oh, it's, who knows, because they'll probably update it soon. So I'm glad that I got to try it for a little bit. But yeah, but before, so I can see. So, I mean, it's not really much different at all. So we got that. Oh, this is so cool. It's so fun. It'd be funny, like, if tomorrow they're just like, well, it wouldn't be funny, but if they're like, yeah, we're actually killing this game, and we're like, oh, I just get back into it. Oops, line. Oh, I see, yeah. You must have written it twice, because it's not the exact duplicate. Join one of the valleys in your server. Some are pretty high. Yeah, yeah, actually, that's, I should join at least some. Oh, this guy. Hold on, I sort of just have to get everyone going again first. So we want someone to get on brick. Oh yeah, you're level 2. Boom. You're up for that. We will want someone to, how long? Oh, 4 hours. Oh yeah, that's right. And then you could boost. Oh, that's right. And I do all my boosting, and I won't do boosting yet. It's just like, right now I'm like just taking so long. That's right, to upgrade their houses. Oh, and I'd use up all the coins to do it, but... What even are all the tasks? So you need to get the food. I'll probably need a second one on food, because put Angus on food. So by the time I then put them on other tasks, I need more rock as well. Sort of so hard sort of deciding what to even do. Here we go, now we can start getting more eggs. So those just auto regenerate. Oh wait, that's right, and it takes a dog of a while to get that done. Oh, there, and that's right, because you have those things, the storages. Oh, that's right. And it's real nice to upgrade them because you need more capacity. Oh, I loved this game. Who knows? Maybe I'll start playing it again, and then we'll see how I really did, but it's like, it's just I don't see it as a game where I'm gonna get a lot of views for covering it in the future. I don't even know what like the best option to like. Oh, was this because I couldn't place it? Yeah, I think it was. That's funny because I didn't want to like edit my village much. That's funny. Okay, where's the other storage thing? There's that. Village kitchen, and there was something else. Can't remember what it was. some sort of warehouse here. And then you could put them on those other things. We won't put them on there because we might probably going to move valleys shortly. So there we go, they're doing the soup. So we need to get rock as well. We could always finish those off. Oh, and we need flour for that. We do need some rock. Because people would move the things closer to the rock, but I didn't want to mess up the natural landscape. Okay, you can do that. And so that's on those. Could do another guy on bricks, because it appears that we need a lot of bricks to upgrade those houses. I can't remember. I used to have like, yeah, sort of had like a pattern to my, wouldn't just, oops. Digging clay. Yeah, okay, you can go in clay again. It's, yeah, it doesn't, because eventually, if you play this game long enough, they'll all max out. $5 hours, so it's quite far away. Food, yeah, they're still getting food. Oh, and then you can get one of them. Should we get these two to just go around and stock up on raspberries, eh? Oh, we do need raspberries, man. Didn't I have like some natural raspberries where it's like I don't want to move them? I think it was over, but I can't even. It's sort of like kind of pointless. Like I can't even. I literally can barely even remember where they were. There we go. We got all our guys back in action. That's nice. See, I always would hesitant on taking that because sometimes you'd then have other things that. Oh, they still have the classic old funny. Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. It's beautiful. I'll just cause it's the one that I've joined. So there's obviously new people, unless they were bots. I don't think they're bots, but there's obviously new people playing this, joining this game all the time. What is that? It's like a floating black balloons thing with something. Is that a glitch maybe that's like that? They haven't opened it. I'm gonna sleep well tonight, man. I feel kind of exhausted. Oh, where is there supposed to be farms up here? 3, 4, 5. Don't mince your words. 6, 7, 8. People in their nice looks. 9. And then I'm the 10th. Cool. And we haven't got any. Oh, there we go. He's done with his raspberries. Do we need some shrooms? Cheeky rooms. Yep. That's right. And then it would be so quick that you could almost. That moving valleys though. Oh, that's a step and a half. 4. Oh no, not looking. I was just like, yeah, 4. Oh, only level 4. It's not that high, is it? Man, I'm starting to feel tired. Oh no. I mean, it's 6 AM, man. I only had 4.5 hours sleep. Lapkey, Amita. Thank you for coming by, and Trovo. I wish we had the Trovo. It used to have the Trovo account come through with the API, but it doesn't anymore. Oh, it's lovely to be playing this again. It really is. 9, 10, 11. Yeah, the top players definitely will be maxed out. Maybe the valley thing though, the valley research, I don't know if that's speed upable. If it's not, then maybe that's not quite done yet. The final valley research, but yeah, they all have just aced this. Oops. Oops. I don't think I destroyed any of the natural resources, which is pretty sick. I think I had to cut down some trees. There was like something I could have done potentially that I could have waited and then it wouldn't, but this was like real natural. I don't think any brick was removed, because I think I injured them, but I didn't kill them, so I think all the brick and rock is natural. Does that spawn back though, the brick and rock? Can't remember. Oh, it's such a good game, man. 3 minutes. Oh, you're there. Oh, I saw another one. Fill up the stockpiles. Prepare for winter. I was. It would be kind of cool if like there was like events that there was, but it was in Hay Death. It would be cool if there was like just sudden shortages and like it was like really inefficient to grow certain crops or like they didn't grow at all. So you could only like, or you could grow them, but it took like might take like 5 times as long, or you only got like a little return on them. So then you had to like practice stocking up for different events in the game. Aren't me? There's heaps of mushrooms. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see just in that little bit. Put it up one more. I'm so tired. I haven't even started the Excel. Well, not ultra tired, but it's like, mate. It's cool to be playing it though. We spent like over an hour talking at the start. People watching back, they'll be like, "What? This took so long to start." Oh, cool. They still get a food gain. Kind of feel like just sneakily like using one of them. Should use Angus. Yeah, it dies in 8 minutes. But then within 8 minutes, then I can chuck her back on. Mushrooms. Mushrooms everywhere. Yeah, I don't know where those hidden ones were from that first time. And I could watch back the last stream, actually. Then the last one would have hit. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. But having the original other stuff is cool. I like it, yeah, it's just nice when you just have a few of them and you just go do. For having one, it's like waiting. We just sort of like have a few of them and you just go. Normally I do it like with 4 or 5. Use Oliver. We'll get the gang ready. Franz the Fixer. Gen 1 games, welcome. Sometimes I respond real quick to other people. Sometimes I... Oh, you're there. Sometimes I take a long time. See, there we go. Now we're moving. It's great. I can't believe they haven't updated it since December. That's insane. We can skip ahead. Yeah, that's true. Like, I just can't believe that. That's just crazy. Like, no updates in over 3 months. And in this game already, the top people will have maxed content. I get, so I guess they'll add more content, which sadly, once again, as like with the last time when I never got to the end by the time they updated it, it will happen again because I had to. But if I'd kept going, even if I didn't spend any more money, we still would have made it. Yeah, it's probably like I watched back the last stream and be like, oh bother, I just removed the sacred mushrooms. The ones that are kept from the start of the game. Okay, I'll start moving these brick guys. Angus. Oh, he's still on there. What? I must have moved one. Oh, if I move them both back on. I don't remember that. Because I thought I have 2 spear guys. Oh no. They're the only 2 rock mines. Put them on there for a little bit. That'll keep them all busy. Oh, it sort of like tiny bit dies. Oh, one of them's still on that. Oh, that's where I had the other dude. Yeah. Chuan. And then I think it's time for the leaderboards. Oh, something went to loop. We could actually finish a house. That sounds like a nice idea. Oh, and he's got building skills as well. Will they run out of that? No, I still get this clay. Awesome. Oh, soup runs out real fast. Oh, that's right, and you can always convert something, so if you like... It's to simulate it. That was a real cool tip. Tips and tricks and tips and tricks and... I had to use the eggs. Okay, I think it's time for the leaderboards. I'm ready. Oh yeah, all the boats. Oh, it was only if you're elder or something, then you could see something that was really helpful to know. Oh no, yes, there's that. Show ship. Let's see the research that we've done. Oh, that's so low. That's barely far at all. We'd made it to at least that one. Potentially the next one. Okay, well, it's time to go. Thank you for having me. I won't even go yet, because I'm just going to look at the computer. I know, it will just be insane. Should we have a look at the old one first? I don't even know. I'm just going to download it from the Everdale server. From ages ago. Under Hall of Fame. Oh, they just post their pictures there. That wasn't what was supposed to happen, but it doesn't really matter. September. Got 2 thumbs down. Who the heck thumbs downed it? To today. Oh, that was the 4th. I was doing it a couple days after. My last stream was the 2nd. You can just see it chopping, like chop, chop, chop. My Discord level did go up. Where is the other Everdale one? Looking for it. Not seeing it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh man, I'm tired. Sadly. Oh, you just looked at it. That was where it was. 2 thumbs downs. What didn't you like about it? And then this was this one. This is their official one. Oscar. Okay. Man. Here it is. Oh, because that was after the 2nd of... Right, so I didn't update that title. So, aFewGoodFarmers was first. Oh, we were quite far down. Still, 13th. That's real high. Oh, and how did I shade it? Why did I shade it that it's not like ordered like that? There'll be some reason why. Oh, I remember creating this because I got all the different things. Yeah, that was really cool. That was so... Imagine if I had all that data from then till now. It would look insanely awesome. Because some of these clans would have gone out. Yeah, for Everdale, PC. All these names. All these names. Man, some of them will have renamed. Some of them will have just disabandoned. Like, there's that real good one. Was it Miko? And it was like doing super well. And then it just sort of got knocked out. Because a few of the players got banned. So, I mean, we're near Trimax. Yeah, there's so many German ones. Boom, boom. Wonder if the Germans will still have so much control now. German. That was crazy. So, yeah, we're 28. That was pretty good, man. That was pretty good. Sheet 3. I should have named it better. Because people will, like, look at that and think, what the heck? Oh, that was, like, all the days. Oh, yeah, we never got that achievement. Ah, it's sort of a shame. Boat trade, Hall of Fame. Oh, the Hall of Fame! I tried. See, I didn't know that, and I didn't know those, but... Yeah, so as those two were battling out real good, then boom. So it was those two... They had those two first for aFewGoodFarmers. And I mean, by now they would have had so much chance for all these other ones to get there. Free to play, got a few of them. Because this was relying on my own calculated data. Oh, there we go. I should have just pushed a bit harder. The Great Lock. Oh man, all these people. Well, so yeah, it's those ones that had those first few ones. Top rep players. Oh, Slothy. That wasn't the same Slothy, was it? Surely not. Oh, this guy, Joshua, Swarren, Taz, oh, Nathan. Man. This is real cool, actually, seeing all that Hall of Fame. Oh, yo! Researched. Oh, that's real cool. Oh, so at that point, we'd already... That's so cool. So many of them were... Oh, no, that's not us. Oh, but we were doing pretty well. Yes, there it is. Reputation. Oh, wow. That's right at the end. Had I hit 10k then? No, had I hit... I think I was on it, though. Surely I was on it. SuperSightLIVE, Swarren. Yeah, because I was the second. Oh, I'd overtaken Swarren at that point. Wow. Man, I was in the top 15 players in the world. That's actual crazy. Man, and people were just level 9, and I remember hearing about when someone hit 10. I think I added it in for the guy. I think it was Joshua that hit 10 first. Yeah, total. Oh, this is real cool, though most people, it's sort of like, it's a bit messy. There's a whole heap of stuff all over the show. It's good historic, though, and some people with the right data could figure out. That's right, we tried different graphs for... Man, we have a whole heap of stuff. Oh, the players, yeah, that was cool. XP. Oh, that one, I love that one. Oh, that's so cool. Because I liked putting me on it, but then I felt like, you know, SuperSight, their Valley, and me as well. But then I felt like that was sort of like, sort of conflict of interest. But then not really, because it's like literally my stream. What was that about? How many? Oh, each. That's real cool. Oh, I love and the market share. There was, because I had one. It was, and it was a graph with. It was like that one. Sort of got so much data on here. It's sort of a bit messy, isn't it? That was the XP reputation count, as Taylor Swift would say. Big reputation. Oh, I don't know whether... Oh, there I go. That's me. Ages ago. Oh, here it is. That's real cool. Swarren. Oh, the first 10 players at 1k, so Swarren was the best of them. Then Kyle, yeah, the other top one, so he, like, rocketed ahead. There I go. Oh, the top streamers, yo! iPsycho, Yed, Carlos was... overtook me, not heaps ahead. Who knows? I doubt Trimax will still cover this game, or I'm sure it would have way more interest than it does. Top 5. That's so cool. Oh man, this is amazing. Now actually I'm gonna look at the leaderboard. I'm so tired. Anyway, posting Hall of Fame. Maybe. Yeah, true. Because I was more that because originally I just supposed to just DM me or DM a mod, and when they DM'd me, I would do it as well, even though I was pretty inactive. Okay, let's look at this. Who's it gonna be first? I'm gonna say that German clan's still there. Verwitt. I'm gonna say like half of those clans are still there. Oh, but there'd be so many other ones. I'm gonna say half of them are there. I'm gonna say Verwitt's first. aFewGoodFarmers second. Oh, wow! Chinese one. What? This is like almost the whole thing's just gone. Oh no, he's still there. One. Oh, there they are. One. So heaps of them are gone. 1, 2. New. Oh no, it wasn't called new. There we go. Because the Nexus 1, 2. Oh, they're all maxed. Oh, so it was maybe like just. Oh, they're all just. Oh, that's pathetic. Oh, that's so. Is that the grand volume? Oh no, because there'll be a maximum possible one that they can do it. And I think this will be maxed as well. Oh, that's just so lame. That's actually kind of lame. That's so lame. They're just, that's level 10, they're all maxed at that. Oh no, here. C! This is the grand volume. How was that one so far ahead? Like, if all the people were playing heaps, I don't know how that possibly happened. Unless they just focused on it so much. But you could have, I feel like you could have been doing it oh no, if they focused on it more. That's really interesting. Percy, welcome on Trovo. Trimax is the closest one. That's still... That's crazy that this one got first. Wow. Oh, Lava Kingdom. Yeah, so a lot of them... a lot of beta grinders, yeah. Heaps of them are gone. Heaps of them are gone. Unless they've changed their names, but I don't think they would have just changed names to Chinese ones. Unless some players that were probably Chinese went in there and sniped those players. It's not sniped the leadership. I doubt it. So, yeah, Trimax is still around. Free players still around. Supersight is gone. Join at your own risk. Oh, you can't tap on them. That's right. You have to search them. Oh, that's real cool, though. Oh, so this one... Oh, this one's easy to do. What? Because then I guess no one knew. Unless it puts, like, the new ones on top and drops the other ones down. Potentially. Heyday. I don't think so, though, because these ones look like players. Yeah, there's a few good farmers that would have hit it first. So, obviously, that one's just, like... Because, yeah, they maxed out the level. I can't remember what it was like in Everdale. And then this one, that's a huge variation. Like, that one's massively ahead. That's incredible. So, I wonder if their valleys are maxed yet. Oh, this is... Yeah, that was interesting. I'd say a bit disappointed, actually. That... Oh, browse valleys. So, should we look at the top one first? C. Ah... Because I remember when I played, there wasn't many Chinese players. I mean, yeah, assuming they are. Joyce, Bryant, haven't heard of them. I guess if they're just paying full money non-stop, you could just keep just maxing everything. But I feel like if they're at this point, their village would be so high that they could keep... All the villages would be so high of all these players that they would just... Wix. That they could just keep doing that anyway. Like, they wouldn't need to... So Verwitt is gone, Supersight is gone. They wouldn't need to like have to pay money at that point. aFewGoodFarmers, No, that's not the one because that's not the same. Should we try Supersight and see if it? Because surely all those players haven't quit. Oh, it's gone. Okay. aFewGood. Why did that not show up? A few. Eight. No, it's not that one. A few. Maybe I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's full. Why wouldn't it show up though? Recruitment Valley. Yeah, it's sort of sad actually. I'm not as happy as I thought. I'd be like, sort of like, oh cool, this player's this stuff here. It's sort of like one of the lists is just completely maxed out, and the other one is sort of like heaps of the old ones are gone. Supersight's gone. Lots of the old players are gone. It's like, oh, it's sort of like kind of feels a little bit dead, seeing like mass. I mean, it was kind of expected that, especially if they didn't update it in 3 months, that these players are still playing. But yeah, I sort of was a bit more hopeful than that. Free to what? Free to pay, unless it's just the full is the reason that they're not showing up. That's annoying because then I can't view the players in them. That's real annoying. So even if Trimax quit, there'd be his fans that would keep it going. Is this the one? No leader votes. And they're not even full. It's yeah, I'd say actually this is sort of a bit disheartening. Just seeing that most of the old players are gone, and that, yeah, it's sort of like, yeah, half those clans. I mean, it has been 5 months, so the fact that half of them on there, that's still pretty impressive. But it's like, oh, yeah, I'd say I'm more more disappointed than. It's super annoying if you can't even search up players that are ones that are full. So that would have screwed up my statistic getting. Yeah, I'd say overall I'm disappointed actually. Really annoying if they've then messed that up totally. Watching this insufferable 5-second buffer stops C. Yeah, hopefully it fixes it. Oh, and thank you for following. Kind of easy to graph a straight line, unless there's a different metric to use. Yeah, I mean, but it wouldn't have been straight like of them all maxed now. Now they are, but they would have got there at different rates. Oh, but yeah, I see what you mean, like adding them all in and straight lining it. Because then it's not even relative. Because what I used to do is I used to. Oh no, actually, but not all of them will be maxed. But then I can't tell because it's not on the list. Unless I can search it up and it still comes up. But then I still don't know if they've maxed the XP. But I think if you're level 10, I actually did an old calculation on the old graph to show because I used to have a thing where I'd say like, okay, I want to figure out which is the best one overall across both categories. So we'll look at this one. And, oh, so this probably ran out of food. Yeah. How's that? Oh, it's gonna run out in half an hour. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Okay, that's a bit better. And so then I do like, okay, this one's higher in this, but it's not as high in that, and so then I could do a cool relative one. But this one here that will be there, and then those other ones might be there as well. Hello, 7 Indoor Man. Oh, so it's cool to be back. It's kind of sad sort of seeing that like most of the top players have quit. I can understand why. I mean, who knows? This could have been a top clan that then got sniped, potentially, or something else. Just the one that changed its name. Kenny and Benji. Yeah, I remember that one. I guess I can then like say, oh, it's probably the same one as this one here, etc. Oh, I could actually join that one. Yeah, I'm keen. Oh, I crashed it. Oh, this was a glitch they had ages ago. Even valleys and villages, there was a major issue, I think, with that. Oh. And then it will say... Oh, I could join the very top one. But that doesn't really help, just being able to view those members. I kind of want to join the other... Oh no, that's kind of crazy that you can just join... Is there not even got a requirement on that? Oh, here we go. Oh, so you can see the chat there. That's insane. That's a really bad sign. Oh, there we go. So this is very interesting. So this is the top one. Oh, wow. Man. It must be, yeah, because they're interesting. Because that other clan, Erodia, and the other one was just about to max it out when I joined and that. So they still had a little bit to go. Whereas this is going to take ages because these are like days. And this is the top one. That's really interesting. It's sort of sad that I haven't played in 5 months and you can just join the top valley in the game. Like, it's kind of a bit... a bad sign, really. Like, it shouldn't be that easy to just join the very top valley in the game. And this is maxed on that front, so it is. I'm currently in the top one. Oh, they've got a place there. Oh, they're probably, maybe, unless they're just kicking people that are sort of under a certain requirement. Because of, like, they could, you know, see, oh, I'm a good... But see, there's 2 people below me. And those ones aren't that much ahead. Well, they are level, but who knows if they... A day. Oh, yeah, no, so they're still actively playing. But it's pretty crazy that I can just, like, wow, I'm in the top valley in the world. It's sort of like... it's cool. It's cool to be here, but it's like, oh, that's kind of like... How can that happen? But then I can't join the other ones. Oh, there we go. That one was the top one. Stam and Eternity. There it is. Oh, you can see that, but you can't. Oh, it just shows that info, which you already know anyway. 14s. So they've gone strong. I always forget. Yeah, my memory on that isn't too good. Oh, it was Eternity. This one's more interesting, I find, because this is where there's actually difference. Trimax. So there are a few old ones. Someone could have then claimed another name, so then my stats wouldn't be accurate, but... Because I like, remember way back, it was like a mission at level like 3 of this, and now it's like... Lava Kingdom, Evergreen... It's annoying. It's super annoying that you can't search it. Why would they change that? It's such annoying. Because just to get something changed back is so hard. Like, surely you could just say to the devs, can you just make it that you can search them up? And then, but it's just, like, with it, yeah, it's just so hard to get things changed. Most of these I can't even look up because it's... Oops. They must have 10 people. It's a real shame. This probably isn't a good valley for me, because it probably isn't even English speaking. But, I mean, it kind of doesn't really... Well, it does if you're super competitive, but the beta grinders... Oh no, that's all those ones. China 2. That's about all of them that I recognize. Unless they've changed the name. Oh, that'll be a code, because they couldn't. Oh no, Vietnam, maybe not. No, actually not. It's really annoying that there's like, that they've changed that. China 2, there were one. Other than that, I've basically looked up all the ones I remember. Yeah, most of them I can't even search up because they must be full. Idris, I don't even, that might have been one. Asgard. We'll search them up in case. Asgard, there we go. Iris. I assume that was the Asgard. So there's... It's on this one. EDOR. EDOR. So most of them are new. Most of the old ones are gone. That's pretty crazy, pretty sad. like verwitt, SuperSightLIVE. I don't know, like, because they haven't named it, they haven't renamed it. So it's a weird, like, have they all quit? That's because the server's pretty active still, so it's like, man, I wonder where they're actually hanging out, because based on what I'm looking at, it's like Oaks and Orange Peeler. Maybe they were existing when I was around. Sort of semi-no. Orange Valley. So I wonder how many valleys there are now in here. There would be like a way to kind of check. Oh, is that the one we wanted? Beta grinders. Sweden. Yeah, and I don't think there would have been that many snipings happening. But there's just like really hardly any. Like, so how many is it on each list? Is it 50? Azures, I don't think. Oh, the ones I remember. Good Valley May. One. I can't just. I don't know that they were on that list. Right, I don't know. One. Or like of the very few top 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's like 9 out of, is it 50? That's real low if so. And the other list. 1, and these are the same ones mostly. No, that's that list. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, is this? This is the one we did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, this is probably the one we did. 9, 10, maybe 11. So there's 10 on that one, and this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I keep clicking the same one. Yeah, this one's different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is looking better. 8. 9. Yeah, about yeah, so that's most of them are different. It's crazy thing, if I'd continued and pushed through, we definitely could have been like first. Like, most of the valleys are gone, there's like 10, and most of them are overlapped, so it's not like there's some that did really well in this, it's like the same few. I mean, there could be other ones that do like 37 on this, but yeah. See ya, Percy Jackson, thanks for coming by. Looking for members. Interesting. Yeah, that became a real problem in that other one. Oh, it's sort of weird. It sort of has gone kind of back to the state of what Valleys and Villages did, where it was like kind of pretty inactive in that. I mean, you can't blame them if like they haven't updated it in like 3.5 months, and especially if they just maxed out the game or sort of, I don't know. It's like, but this game's then been in development for so long. It's like 1.5 years. Like, that's just since it was like beta released and that, so it'd be like super long. So I'll quickly type up these names on a new Excel sheet. I mean, there's not that much I can do with it, but we'll do what we can. So, how did I even used to do it? Do I call this like, we'll just call this GML. Grand level. So this is the only sort of differentiating there even is. And then I can put it back on the other one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be going to bed soon, man. I'm real. So it's funny how the top one's called C and the other one's called C. Try. I don't know, which one do you want to see? Guess you can see me typing. I can actually put it there. It's quite a good spot. I might be kind of close, but it doesn't really matter. And next will be the odd one that I can match up and just sort of see this huge gap in data. But then if assuming it's the same one, because some of these ones could have, well, they could have been sniped, or they could have, like, all the players could have quit. and then some Chinese player just came in there and was like, yo, I'll take this, I'll rename this. Potentially. Because you couldn't see an ID of it, so you can't truly see. Oh, that's unstable. Where's? Oh, I don't know what to do with these ones. Just do that. Eternity. Left team. We'll just stop it there. Join. Data collection. Yeah, Elon Musk had troubles with that. So let's join at. So there's hardly any left. That's kind of, it does make me sad, kind of. I thought, oh, like, yeah, the competition is like, nah, they're just basically all gone. Not all, but a lot of them. And then even the players in them, there could be like just the leader that's left, or it could be none of them. It could just be someone, a new group of people that didn't change that changed the name. Oh, this is really, yeah, there wasn't as many of them. But there's like, they're both, I don't know how to sort of distinguish them. Brawls. Evergreen. Yeah, it's kind of, this was not sort of what I was hoping for. That like most of them had quit, and there's like maybe, at least there's some left. If there's like one left, I'd just back that. I'd be like, that one. Yums. aFewGoodFarmers, they're one of the OG ones. But I guess, like, yeah, if you just had some of the few key players that were really pushing the clan stop, and yeah. I don't know how, though, they're going to change the thing. Oh, I know, actually, because people still move. Because it's like, if they made it that suddenly you can't have leaders votes, then you just, like, just put in, like, every, you know, the whole game just become a dictatorship. Because it's like, oh, well, now you can't get rid of the leader. I do actually like it, even though there's the chance of that, and that would cause some problems. I think it actually is a good thing. I genuinely do. Having that thing. I honestly think it's a good thing. I can see the issues of, like, that could be like mass stress that you're gonna be betrayed and all that kind of stuff, but you then have, yeah, if you trust your elders, then you're fine. And if you're one of the top 3, you've only got 2 people, and then if someone in a family plays, well, there you go, you've only got one threat whatsoever. Oh, Ellipsium, maybe this was one that's around. Yeah, it's just sort of just crazy that like almost all these, like it was just full of these ones and like almost all of them are gone. But I sort of didn't really watch them go. I mean, it hasn't been that long really. It's been like 4 months, so it's not like it's been 2 years and whoa, we're back. It's sort of like, yeah, it's been a little while, but not that long. Oh, what's that thing? That one. There wasn't, yeah, there's way more Chinese, which is odd, because I think it's Chinese, but I thought Supercell games were banned there. And it's interesting, because, like, there wasn't ages ago, and now there's a lot. Makes it harder for the data collection thing. If it was, like, an API, though, it wouldn't... so, like, I had 1 or 2 clans back in the day. It was, like, one question mark, and I'm like, yep, that's the Chinese clan. But now it's like, it's like all these ones, and it's like hard to distinguish. It's just for data collection. It's just annoying. Happy. I don't know if I might get kicked out of this top one. It's crazy though. It's like this sort of almost the story of the other one where I just joined a Top Valley. Although with that one I had, how many of those is there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and even there's a couple of them like with that then has ones. Valley. Or do we do the date? 20 March 2022. We'll go through this. I'm amazed though that it's like how it's hugely high. It's not like one one level, it's massively, like even in Everdale, which was a way more like likely to be dead game, had been around way longer, the gap was only like 2 or something, and I remember that we were like we were pushing to close it to grow the gap, and eventually we did, because we were first, so we solidified it. But 56, 55, there's a lot, those ones are all pretty close, but the top 1 especially, and then number 2 and number 3 and number 4 are all kind of ahead. 54, 54, 53, 52. I should have really had like one other stop in, like, you know, 2 months ago, and then it would have been like a lot more overlap. Whereas now it's like it's been so long that there's hardly any overlap. There's like, I was like maybe like a quarter, like a quarter or so, maybe like 20. So like 1/5, which is a bit, but it's not really that much. And the thing, and also I just realized, because some of them these will be old ones that have changed their names, but as in, it would have been cool if I had, but the thing is, I would have, even if I had been following it, I would have missed the data for these ones, although I'd get, because as they slowly overtook the other ones, although I'd get when they slowly came up, but then I'd, like, the ones that were here from the start and are still here, that would have been epic data, because it's like super long data. Oh man, I'm really tired now. Oh, no, that one's 42. 42, 42, 42. Yep, still all lined up. 3 41s. 40s all the way down to Sweden. It's 3 O's. Q O O. 40, 40, 39. 40, 40, 39, 39, 39. 38, 38, 38? Yeah. So there could be a few of them on 38, because remember it hops up, assuming it's the same system. And then we'll do this. Oh, I mean this then, we don't even know when they hit it. They might have hit it like a month ago. Oh, that's what we're taking, yeah. Level. We'll write them down anyway. I'll just do some brief analysis. Sort of seeing if it's just seeing how many overlap. Oh, but I can't. With the Chinese ones, it's really hard because it's just I have to then go. It's like extra trying to match them all up. I mean that might. I think that's Chinese. Some of them might be Korean or Japanese. Don't think so though. Port of Unity. News. Join at. That was an old one. Left. Yeah, it's sort of hard to get new players if it sort of like dies out and most people have quit the game, and then all the ones that remaining in their own clans all trying to pull in members. Even though that like sort of there's no official real tie to a particular thing. Like if you can get a higher one, that's why I'm surprised that more people, like how's there even still a free spot in the top clan? I don't know how that's not full yet, unless they're just kicking people. It is. I still find it pretty sad to see the fact that like there's hardly any people left. So this will have got all the records for hitting all those high things. The clan C, all those top few. Yeah, if I'd covered it non-stop, then if one's changed their names, I would have that on record, and people could tell me if I was asleep, and the next day they'd be like, "Did you know this happened? And this person's the new leader of this one." But it's sort of like I'm going in blind. It's like, okay, we've been away for like 5 months. Most of the teams have changed. That says I'm still happy to be doing this stream right now. And it's been cool to try it out again, and I think I will continue it in life and that, the game. And just sort of move up a little bit and keep boosting it. An update might bring a whole heap of people back, but that'll be sort of weird because most of them will be kicked out and they won't be in a clan. That'll sort of change things. At least we're getting some data again. It's good to start some more data points, and we still have those real original ones which we can connect a few of these clans to. But unless they reset it again for global. Okay, you do that, but give us all our gems back. Nah, I'd probably rather, well, I don't know. I'd probably rather they don't. No, but actually it could create an awesome challenge again. I don't think they will restart of global, and I can see why that's unfair and annoying. Like for the valleys and villages, that was such a pain. It was a real pain. Because I would have rather they didn't in that case, because I was ahead. But then that's not really thinking of, well, what would it be good for most players? I'm just thinking, like, from a YouTube point of view, it'd be, like, in that case, awesome if they hadn't reset it. It's not the... It's like a prank name, and then it auto, like, gets you to do a command on your computer that, like, causes problems. Ah. Fine. You win. You win this time. They knew I was gonna be doing this. They're like, yo, should we just like chuck in like this code thing which like messes them up? 1, 2, 3, 4. I tried to do the amount of characters. I mean, you can't see what I'm seeing. Forged. This was not what I expected. I expected counts to be maxed out, but I didn't expect the clans to be, but I didn't know the calculations on how easy or hard that was to do. Because I think with that other one, I don't think many people had. Nah, they hadn't, because both leaderboards were still moving. So this one here was just doable because you could... I don't know how you got those things again. I was like, upgrades, but I thought that then... Unless people can still move up, this heaps them on the top level, because they're all researching that at the same rate. But I don't know how one clan got so far ahead with... getting those orders done. Like, that's way ahead. Cool. Oh, and then these are all level 93. So, but I do want to see. I'll have to then try and match up the Chinese ones. Ah, so my name? Sort by. Oh, it's the same amount there and there. Oh wow, they are the same. We'll try it, we'll manually line them up. Yeah, that's the group that are like the actual double. That one doesn't really matter, that 93. Zero Sky, Beta Right. Oh, I should capitalize that. Brawls, Brightdale, nice. There's a whole heap of them. A few good farmers. Awesome. find the best clan there is, because they're on both lists in terms of progress. Oh, the China? Oh, the thing is though, they might. That's the problem. Free to play, yep. Oh yeah, Eternity. And it's just crazy how few original players there are. There's one. There's the two left teams. I don't know how to distinguish them. Oaks, Port. Yep, there's all those ones. Trimax. Willow. The Alliance is on both of them. Didn't even notice that. And Temp. And that one. Oh, disconnected inactivity. There actually is a lot of them that are on both. Slowly getting there. This was the one graph that I wanted to make. I mean, then I could do ones like on those old ones and how they've sort of caught up. Here's another one. Oh, what 3 left teams? Surely not. Oh, most of them are. A lot of them are. Yeah, no, I think that's all the double ups other than the Chinese names, which will match up now. Boom. So far, about half of them. Oh, it's how do we do all these? Oh, one of our guys. What's happening on? Oh, that was soup. Let's give them some more soup again. Eggs. Cool, that'll do it. Okay. Leaderboard. I'll just show you a big octopus that's appeared in the game and just catch up on the chat. Hey, Shardlight, welcome to the stream. Some of those names. If that's too loud, I think it's too loud. I'm getting too quiet. Oh, it goes like so much down with that. Yeah, I was thinking of doing like A and B, yeah. But then I won't remember from time to time if they have the same name. But I have to start to learn to recognize them independently. Time's flying. 60% graph, 12% gameplay. Yeah, first hour still. Used it, yeah, he's stuck in here all day. We'll just go here. Big octopus. I think I'm not, since I'm not a member, then an elder, then I can't accept it probably. Oh, here we go. Yay! So the chat just took ages. Wow, a lot of joins and leaves. Oh, and this, they are speaking in English. Join, leave, join. So how many of these people were? How many days? Oh, that was, man, it's a long time ago. Join, leave, join, leave. Someone got kicked. Join, leave. Cancelled a task. Oh, Elder's using their thing. Flare. Join, leave, leave. Oh, so they are kicking people. Join, join. Yeah, so a lot of people getting kicked. Sounds like 80. Boom, so then we're going like that. Okay, I'll try to distinguish some of these. Or I know what I'll do. Here. And here, so that one there is. So they'll be distinguished by a moving metric. That's I think the best we can do. 54 is 54. That's really not ideal. Left team with the red. So left team with the red, 53. Left team, left team. There's the left team with the red. Left team. But are the other left teams all caps? Left team, yeah, they are. So left team R for red. Left team R for red on this one. 53. Okay. Oops, we knew that. Okay, next one, because I'm basing it on this. 4 characters. 2 options. No. Little person icon. Yeah, okay, that one. 93. And 50. B9. Ah, we're getting there. $49, okay. DEFCON 8. Yep, we've done that. XV. Actually, I could use that character. I could put it as an X, the one that looks like a person. 50. The third character we'll just put as an X. And this one here can be called XV. With 47, okay. Gotta come up with creative ways. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5. I think those ones are separate actually. Four, 3, 5. Yeah, okay, so they must be separate. At 3, it's different numbers of characters anyway. So then the only thing is, there's one left team. One left team. I think I'll just do left team with the line. And they both have lines, left team, left. But the left team with the line can be the one that is actually doing it. There we go. And we can get rid of one of the left teams. Cool. That one's gone. And that leaves us with Sweden. Nah, they don't overlap. Cool, so these ones still appear on the list. Oh. Every time I see that notification, I think, oh, sometimes it just says, it's just saying that, and then it's actually just been deleting my data. Distinguish that with red. Red for not on the main one. Oh no, but then what I need to do is I need to put these ones separately. Oh, but I need to make it clear which is which. Unless either, oh no, I could just do that. Oh no, oops. 39. Oh no, that was obvious actually. It wasn't obvious that it was obvious when I did that. And then these ones here are all the same. So that can just merge in. So how many of those 50 are unique? About half of them. 33, okay. And then what we might as well do, right, there we go, sort. We'll sort them, yeah, so data. Okay, so we're going to go to column I, largest, smallest. So that should be the top clan. I didn't look at it because I'm excited to see it. Oh, no, it will be the one, yeah, I know which one it will be. Boom. So that one just features on that thing. But it might be maxed in as well. We can't tell, because we can't search them up. So the top one is C. And then that one, because these, oh yeah, because it makes sense. But yeah, because all these ones there are, what's the highest on here? 57. Wow, so they'd be here. But they're not, well no, they might be though, so. But anyway, we got into C, the top one, but they seem to have a record of kicking people, so we'll see how long. We'll see how long we last in it. So what was my weighted average? Well, we don't have to weight that one, because unless we just added them together. Oh no, because what I assumed is average of, oh no, 93. So if we weighted them the same, average of 50 equals 93/50. You go, so GML level weighted. So equals that. Which then, yeah, significantly. No, that can't be right. Oh no, but the average depends how I weight it. What? Oh, I see. I don't recall the other one, and when I did the other time, it coming out so high. Oops. Unless I average that at that. So there's two forms of weighting I can do. Either or could do that. That one equals that one. They're almost the same anyway. No, I think I did do something like this actually. So then total weighted plus that skirt. Move that across just in case that the weighted thing doesn't end up very good. Just to do a test one. And then we go data. Always make a mess of my stuff. No, yes, it is this time. Oh, of course, because this is the same. See, you know, this is why it didn't really work. Oh, yeah, but a little bit of. Oh, why did they not get? It worked like, oops, cancel. So it's saying that this player. Oh no, because those two are significantly ahead, so the weighted average of them is more impressive than just getting to that. Depends how you weight it, but yeah, normally because this one used to be different, so then it would actually the weighting would actually be kind of cool. Whereas as it stands, since they all have 93, and then it's like, oh, well in that case it's just a matter of who has that. That's ultimately what we need to look at, because it's not like this is like all different as well. So then you weight it. It's just yeah. So this one is the best clan, followed by that one, followed by that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, etc. Those two could be either one. Anyway, that sort of, yeah, wasn't as cool as I thought it'd be. But, we could do, like, charts. I mean, I'll just do, like, one chart, one graph. Insert. Oh, we don't really want them for that then. Oh, that looks weird. There we go. So it sort of shows their lead a little bit. That's quite a lead, really. See, like, all these ones are super close. There's a 2 gap there. This is really the one that matters, the GML, since the other one's the same. And all these people, it's like, oh, they must be so bad. Not necessarily. So some of them were only on that one, some of them were only on that one. Because these, not those ones, which ones? No, they're all there. These ones, I mean, they could all have a 37 thing, and all the ones that have this could be that as well. Okay, well that's that for today of that, and then we'll just... Kim, welcome to the stream. Those you, yeah. Ready for bed, man. Are we done within an hour? So yeah, when the top, I'm probably just gonna get kicked. To be fair. Somehow win a by-election. Well, it's good that they're all still working. Well, I'll set them up for bed, which I should have then thought that better through. There's not super long tasks for them to do at this point. Two hours for that. Yeah. Oh, that's right. And I was putting my alarm on the night and that. For the first couple nights I did that. Because the first night I just slept, and the second one, like, oh, people are doing this? Okay. No, it's not perfect. It's like, oh no, that's because you can put them on those other massive long tasks. Yeah, probably should do that. Yeah, let's do that. 8 hours. Oh, and I can assign 2. Wow. Get a heap of sugar. Yeah, the other tasks. I just like thought of that, right? I'm like, oh yeah, those things. The fishing's 9 hours. Lady Brunetta, you're here. So 2. 7 hours. What used to take 7 hours? Oh, and then those skills, and I realized that right near the end. Like, you can use them. Like, what? What? That must be glitched. It's not even level 3. What? That's not right. I'll take my resources and go then. That's glitched. It's saying they got a level 87. It's not even level 3. That's real glitched. That makes a lot more sense then. I could just rock on up and... Oh, they are pretty high players. I don't know what's wrong with that. I just noticed that. Okay, so we need at least 2 still here. One doing that, one doing that. 4 hours is about the same time as it would take to do that other thing. We don't want to put in a soup, so we need to get rid of 1 more. Rock. 3.5 hours. Oh, that's because I've been building up rock. Yeah, I didn't plan this well, but... Oh, there's 2 of them there. Wasn't it 2 7-hour thing? Oh, there's a... Oh, socks. They better not kick me out of this clan. We're like, ah. So it used to take ages. Oh, it's so sad. I don't know what's happened to all those people. There used to be the... How long is that till? Oh, I won't have time to... Predator? You could... Oh, actually. You know what? Let's get it. Okay, so that takes longer than that. So we'll get rid of you. Used to do the lavender fields. Oh, I can just quickly check if there's anything else. Wheat, apple, and that. Sorry, I was a bit tired today. Go just do a lavender, which isn't the best, but. That, yep, cool. That will do it, it's reasonably good. Well, that, folks, is the, yeah, Everdale. Good to be back, man. Not used to streaming this Sunday. These phone calls. Yeah, visit from the roof. Well, thank you all for being part of it. I'm so tired. Only 3 hours, boom, just at 3 hours. Which I was going to go for hours, but then, well, we have gone for hours. It's hours now, it's officially hours. This is a good time to stop, because I didn't want to go forever. But it was cool to try it out, and there was a lot less stuff that I thought. I thought all those ones would be clans, and then I'd be able to link it all up and all that, but it's like, there's only like 10 of them left. Which I'll maybe link up. I think I'll do another stream on this, especially if I start playing this regularly. But I don't know, I do find it really disheartening that so many have left. I look forward to the challenge of sort of boosting my way back up. Sort of playing catch up, and as we upgrade the houses... Oh, was it not? Oh, 14, so 7 more houses. We've already got 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. I'm not sure how many. Oh yeah, and there's another one. Which shouldn't... It's 5. Build that. 6. And yeah, we're getting there. I forget. You had to... There's some buildings, I can't remember which ones, but... Yeah, so then we'll slowly catch our way up. We'll see how we go. Yo! Yo! Thank you! Thank you, Super Sticker. Thank you, Lynn. Wow, awesome. Awesome. And thank you, Kevin, for that other stream. I've still got it here. Which one? Not that one. Not that one. There we go. Thank you, Lynn, so much. That's awesome. We'll just come over to the YouTube. Yo, that's awesome. Orange. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Lynn, very much. Yo, looks good. Awesome. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you. Good old Super Stickers, eh? I've missed this. Yeah, this is because I haven't streamed barely, so. Oh, wow, we had 8. Interesting. 8. But thank you very much for that, Lynn. Thank you. So lowest was 1, so we didn't have any 0 periods. Oh, it says a 0 period now. These stats have been so stuffed for ages. They've never fixed it. Like, we do not have 0 viewers. Like, it's in my one going. You're right here, you're right here, you're right here. We don't have 0 viewers. Yeah, it's silly. But yeah, this a peak of 8. That's better than, oh, I don't know. It's the highest peak that we've had of all the streams that I've done in recent times. I actually, speaking of that, I'm not going to spend ages doing this, but I do want to. Thank you very much for that, Lynn. I will just actually snip it. And I just want to check if we rank on the Everdale and sort of which content, was it real old videos? I reckon it will be, generally old ones that rank high on that. Because there won't be A, much new content, and B, it will just favour, unless the new content's real popular, then it will favour that one. Super chat. Oh man, I'm gonna sleep so well tonight. I'm gonna go for like at least 7 hours. Boom. Pictures. Awesome. Thank you, Lynn. Ta-da! It's sort of like it's just like so much like wasted space. Like it's like the whole super sticker, like it's like most of it's just like orangish area. Like it's not filled. They could do like a mold, like you could write and text. It's a dilemma. Do I cover the other one or do I just leave it here? I think it's fine there. That's fine. Here we go. Pugs for life, yeah. Okay, I'm genuinely real curious to see how Everdale ranked, like what's. I think it will be old videos. We're going to US. That's the key one that more people would get. So we'll search sharp. Faint-hearted. Everdale. Here's all classic search terms. Nah, we didn't show up. Orange juice, there we go. Oh, he must have maxed out. Surely he didn't max out. Nah, he can't have maxed 6 months ago. That's insane. Everdale. Oh yeah, so yeah, a year ago. Oh, that's a other game. It shows, yeah, that Everdale, that even the people spelling something different, that one's still that. Oh, they're still releasing stuff. Like, just that long ago, but it's probably an ad. Knowledge. Yeah, 6 month, 5 month. That's a bad sign. Oh, this guy, he was posting content. Yeah, max. Oh, man, so these are people, this was months ago, and they were maxing it out. So live, we should be there. Yeah, there we go, but we just don't show. But it's just kind of crazy. It's kind of not necessarily crazy, but it's just like, I'm ashamed that we don't show first for the few people that search now.
The following is a paid message for
August. No, okay, no, he can't have beat it then. No way.
There's a new Supercell game, and it's called Everdale. It's pretty relaxing. You basically just send your villagers to farm wood and clay and stone and stuff, and they get hungry. Rainbow suits, which needs rainbow top player in the world. I'm gonna alpha launch it in Canada. That I've been bread and stuff, but to make bread you need flour.
Yes,
and to
he
make
did.
flour,
He was like as in. Yeah, he didn't beat Everdale, but as in he beat Valleys and Villages. Yes, he was one of the top players in that
so
game.
they can use the wheat to turn into flour in the windmill. It's pretty relaxing. I like it a lot.
I'm just not, I don't know, I feel like I'm not a good YouTuber, which streaming is then a whole different thing, but like at making content, it's like, I don't know. I try, and it just doesn't work.
I actually like this game so much that I've been playing it for almost a year now, and I'm fully maxed out in the alpha. So Supercell told no one about this game, not even me. But they did say that they do have a game in alpha and that it's out there somewhere. So I knew they were going to alpha launch it in Canada. I searched every single game, what could look like a Supercell game. And we finally found this. So I've been secretly playing this for almost a year now. When Everdale launched, Supercell reached out to me and they're like, so you found our game and you're a top player in the world. I think it took me like 5 or 6 months to research everything all the way to villager number 10. That's where the money is at. This is the alpha, so it looks a little bit different from Everdale. The research tree is a little bit different. The resources are tweaked a little bit, and this game's gonna be deleted in like 5 days or something. A little sad, but this is basically with everything in the tailor shop.
That was about basically right when
you have all these shirts, jackets, rainbow.
Yeah, OJ, eh? OJ. So is this guy actually max at this time? Here. Oh, no, not that one. Here.
So what does a maxed out Everdale Valley look like? These guys here in Eternity are...
Oh, wow. So I guess there's some footage. So this was November. Man! People were maxing out in November. What the heck? That's crazy. Oh, Rupert. That's one here. But, oh, you know, and back then, because there was like one Chinese one. It was probably that one. C was there way back then as well. Eternity, aFewGoodFarmers. So all those, all the same ones that are still around now Where's the? I want to see him scroll.
Number 6 on the Everdale Valley leaderboard. So let's jump in and have a look what a completely maxed out valley looks like.
It'd just be actually so valuable if there's just like a few people that cover content and just scrolled through. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's set up like that and just scrolled through like a few like in between, and then I could actually match up the data. Yeah, I remember finding OJ in the game.
Hey guys,
and I was doing pretty well at Everdale to Valleys, but
Alex
not
here,
as
otherwise known as Clash Royale. Welcome back to this video where we are going to be jumping in to check out a maxed out valley in Everdale. Now, if you cast your eyes over to the screen right here, you'll see Eternity, which is the valley I am in.
Nice.
Big shout out to all the guys over there, and especially Hysteria, who managed to hook me up with an invite. These guys are in Eternity, and I am over here in their valley. Just visiting for now. I will be going back to my valley to help these guys out, but I wanted to take a look at a completely maxed out valley, talk a little bit about what happens when you max out, and what you can kind of do from there. So what we'll do is we'll have a little look through everything. Of course, first things first, I do believe there are visual changes. This certainly I don't think is what our great library looks like in my home valley. Let me know if this is what yours looks like. I think it might change as it progresses. Hey guys, Future Alex here, editing the video. There is a visual change. You'll see the great library, quite a lot of different changes. So this is the one at level 8. Their maxed out one.
I guess no, but if the reason no, it still takes ages of time, even if they just do all those.
Has bells and whistles and fancy stuff on it. But if we scroll all the way here to the end, you can see they have fully maxed out everything. So they have no level.
Oh no, this was 3 months ago. Yeah, no, that was November though. That's like, that's absolutely crazy. So I think this one's glitched, and this one isn't a top one. I don't know why this one, but that's actual insane. If like they did it by November. That's so fast. Yeah, they definitely. I can see why people have quit, because if they maxed out in November, I'm not sure when they maxed out their base, but honestly, it could have been November if they're still paying money. So then they'd be like, okay, well, it's been 1, 2, 3, 4 months time, and you've done no update, and we've been maxed for 4 months time. Oh, and the problem is then that since they haven't been playing, they will have lost all their reputation, and they might be like, screw it, I'm not coming back.
Levels on anything. Are struggling up there, one of the top players, but unfortunately I'm going to have dropped quite a bit. But that is just the fact that you can change. So this is the one I maxed out everything.
I kind of want to watch it just because for interest. Just for interest, to see what, like, just hear what he has to say way back then.
So they have no levels on anything still to upgrade.
The stream will probably be another half an hour.
Guilds are done. All their toys shop, their dye shop, everything like that. Everything is completely done here. They have fully maxed out the great library, so they have nothing left to do. But that does leave them with a little bit of a conundrum, because you obviously get reputation for doing those tasks, but unfortunately, the only thing they can continue to upgrade is the Grand Monument. Now, they haven't really been focusing too hard on this Grand Monument. It's only now they've fully maxed out everything else that they've gone, hang on, we actually do need to focus on that, because that's the only thing that's going to allow us to keep...
Yeah, well, technically at the start, like, one should have focused on that more, because otherwise then, yeah, you just get the bottleneck. Whereas if you're doing that for ages, then the other stuff, you could still keep doing that for a while.
Continue building up.
But then if they wanted to max out first, I can understand that.
A reputation. Now, unfortunately, I was over 35,000 reputation in my old valley. But if you cast your eyes to that left-hand side, I'm now on 32,000, and that's just because...
I think the decay used to be more than... I think it used to be, like, higher than 5%. Oh, no, I can't remember, actually.
I cannot get enough reputation in a maxed-out valley. So to me, personally, I don't think there's any benefit to rushing to max out your valley other than having a spot on those leaderboards. You can see Eternity right here, but these guys are struggling to maintain their reputation now, just because the only thing they can do for rep is the Grand Monument, and of course some ships. But to be honest, you're better just focusing on the gold ships and using that gold to get the reputation from the Grand Monument reputation tasks. So maxing out your valley, it might sound really cool, but
this is such a good game. It didn't get nearly as many people covering it, but it's sort of just like, this video alone kind of shows why it's just somewhat self-destructed. I mean, it's not global, it's still out and people can get it, there's still people playing it, but it's like, well, no wonder, like, this was like like 3 or 4 months after it came out, and what came out, it was August, so September, October, November, like 3 months, and they've already sort of just like people were maxed out, and then they start losing points. So it's like, well, and then it's 3 months on, and they still haven't updated the game. Like, what are they doing?
Actually, I think it makes the game much harder to progress through, because I have already unlocked these chests right here. I was pushing towards 3-6, but unfortunately I'm now down at 3-2. So when I join my home valley, I'm probably going to be quite far down on the list. I was up there, one of the top players, but unfortunately I'm going to have dropped quite a bit. But that is just the fact that you cannot build up that much reputation here in a max valley. But we will have a little scroll around. We'll take a look.
I remember talking about it when I was covering in 2021, like first class problems or whatnot, like first valley problems, and the different dilemmas we had. Like the dye thing was so bottlenecked, and other stuff like that.
If there's any visual changes, of course, I did notice the Great Library. Everything else is level 3. The bakery, of course, is level 3. The tailor's going to be level 3. The toy workshop is level 3. You'll see that's what it looks like. If there is stuff going in the toy workshop, things will actually appear. You'll see the little box here. Something actually rotates. I think it's the teddy bear maybe comes out of that. There's marbles that go down the chutes. The little door up here, right here, that opens and closes.
It's crazy. Like they're still releasing them. They're spending time making videos, and they might get a third-party company to do that, making these videos of oh, what's it called? You know, these Everdale videos, yet they haven't updated it or whatnot. Or I don't know if they're responding to the community.
And this thing on the top does spin around.
But people don't want another Everdale ad. They want a game where they can do stuff.
If that's active. The dye shop, you'll see we're currently making some dye. So
I mean, they could make it good enough and like have learned, but it's like, how have they not learned this already? It's been out for a year and a half. They had all their valleys and villages data to use, in which would have shown what they've just repeated. The fact that without content, people just quit, and the valley thing, you know, and then the valleys become out of players. But it's not balanced right, because if you like all in there and there's like only one way to get reputation, it just strangulates the players. But then if you kick them, then it's sort of like, oh, it's sort of not as fun, and you can't push as fast, and yeah.
It does some fancy stuff, but that is the dye shop level 3. But to be honest, this probably looks exactly like your valley. There are really very few changes that happen when you max out your valley, other than the fact that you can't get very much reputation. It is disappointing, to be honest, to see the fact that you cannot get that much reputation. And if I come in here, looking at the rep a lot of these guys have over in Eternity.
That's weird, because then to get record reputations, the highest possible in the game, would then be, you couldn't do it in a top one. Unless the others just let you do all the boats, maybe. Oh, no, then that might still work. But yeah. Yeah, because you sort of had, it was like just mass GMing, doing so many boats and that, you spike up, but then it's like, yeah, it's hard to hold up.
Which is right when they maxed out. All of these guys had a lot more reputation, and it's really, really difficult to maintain that rep. All of these guys are slowly but surely dropping down. I myself am really struggling, so I'm hoping to push back up when I rejoin my previous valley. But big shout out to a lot of the players. You'll see OP is level 14, which is pretty insane. All of these guys have said they've spent quite a lot of gems, but they're gems.
But there's some of them, they might have been ones, but I've just forgotten.
Rather than focusing on decorations like a lot of players, their gems have been focusing in on really pushing a lot of the reputation tasks and bringing in those premium ships. And if we take a look over at their harbour, I actually think their Glimmering Dales boat is lower than ours. Ours is up at level 6, maybe even level 7, because we've been focusing on Glimmering Dales and Highland Academy. But you'll see these guys have really focused in on Iceberg Isles. They have got their Iceberg Isles ship up to level 9, which is the one you constantly bring in when you are summoning those premium ships. But of course, there's not much point in them doing it anymore. They don't need the books for the library. The reputation would be nice, but they would be much better just focusing on those gold ships, which is exactly what they are doing. But this leaves us with the fact, for maxed out players, what is there to do in the valley? Well,
I mean, it's sort of just crazy when you just see, it's like with government or with all sorts. It's like, how did you not see this problem? Like, I mean, they already knew about this. Like, they'd had this game out for months, and there was people that would just, it's like, how did you not realize that? And now you've just sort of like lost most of your players, I think, of all these top enthusiastic players that loved it. And it's like, I mean, the thing is, they just release it in a few more countries and get heaps back, so in that regard it doesn't really matter to them. But it's like, I think it's kind of sad if you just like lose all the community that started the game. Like, that's pretty sad. I don't know, it's just like, fix it. Like, come on.
Not really very much, which is disappointing. And again, it brings us back to the fact that I think we need
And I mean, I now have lots to do because I'm not maxed, but for people that are maxed, and I was getting, I wasn't maxed myself, so I still had stuff to do, but I could see, yeah, this kind of happening.
major update here in Everdale. Things are really slowing down. Unfortunately, we just
Oh, you can add friends. Oh, that's real cool.
cannot seem to get that, you know, constant activity. There, I feel like there needs to be something to get players to come into the
People used to want that in Heyday or Clash of Clans for ages, and I think in Heyday they never did it. And then they just pop it straight into this game.
really continue to play, and hopefully just, you know, get players being active again, because a lot of these guys here...
He was talking about this back in November, and it's been like 3 months and there's been no updates. And yeah, 4 months.
They've kind of lost interest. They've came on, they've put a load of effort in, they've maxed out their valley, and they're sitting now going, what do we do now? You know, what is there to do?
This is just crazy that this was months ago this was made, and like nothing's changed since then. And all these people spend all this money on the game, maxed out, and then they're like, oh, well, that's it. And then there's no interest in it, so they can't like profit off it, like turn off sleep focus on my watch. So it's kind of sad, really. Like, it's like people like at this point it was like all critical moment is like, oh, well, it's months, and that's why most of them have quit.
Other than work on their home village, and for the home village all you need is gold. So maxing out the valley, that's what it looks like. Not very different to normal valleys. It's cool to be in the leaderboards, but unfortunately I think Everdale and the development team maybe do need to look.
I feel like almost they should just like, when they fix this, when they work it out, they should actually just, when they globally release it, like restart it. Just because, so you don't just have like all this clog in the leaderboards and that. And honestly, like if most of them have quit, but then you could say that, have said that with my one as well, with the Valley's Middle, but it'd be kind of exciting to just do it all again, and it's actually working this time, so you don't just hit these big blockages. It's sort of, they'll have to, because, and then also all the top players will just be like, just max out already, and then as soon as they add a bit more content, they'll just max out again. This is part of the reason why I thought, how will this game last for years? Like they'll have to add more stuff. Like, I mean, it's cool the core concept of, yeah, you do this, but then once you max, unless they just make everything take ages, which they did do partly that, but they could do it significantly more and be like, oh, we'll just make the content way slower to unlock. But it's like, oh, nah, don't do that. But how can they keep people how can they keep, especially gemmers? It just almost doesn't work, because unless they just make so much more content, but they can't do it very fast. So then what are the gemmers supposed to spend their gems on?
What can be implemented once players do fully max out their value? You know, is there something maybe they...
It's crazy how, like, just everything I think about and talk about and, like, just life, it's just so dependent on, we've got Everdale in front of me. Okay, I'm going to give you thoughts and talk about Everdale, but had I not done the stream, I wouldn't have even thought about Everdale at all.
Can get when they fully max out their great library, maybe a mini game they can start playing that's going to give them some easy reputation rather than having to focus on the...
And not just, like, what, like, sort of, like, yes, minigame, cool, sure, cool, that's a fine suggestion. It's like, but what, like, long term? Like, what... more than just like moving around a few men. It's a cool element, it's a cool aspect, but I feel like it can't just be the whole game. Like, that's all the game is. There has to be more to, I mean, it kind of could be that, but it just, I feel like it has to be more. It has to be like something more, like that can be part of it, but then there's also some strategic thing you're doing, not just like, oh, and yeah, because the thing is, then I feel like all they'll just do is just make it really slow down the game and just make it really hard to unlock stuff. But it's like, oh, that's just, yeah, you need to do something more than that. Like, it needs to be other stuff. Like, it's a good game, but it needs more depth to it.
One and only thing, which is the Grand Monument. Now, let me know down in the comments if you do know what level the Grand Monument goes to. If we take a look at the leaderboards, some of these guys, they've got some up to...
Oh, wow, that was the way... Oh, cool. We saw a glimpse of it.
47, so it obviously does push up quite high. I would imagine maybe it goes up to 50, something like that, but let me know if you know for certain.
If it didn't, and the game is just like broken, like there's nothing you can do. The whole valley is pointless, everything's maxed. All you could just do is the ships to max out your own valley, but then once people have maxed out that, and they've maxed out the ships, so it'll be like there's nothing left. So at minimum they needed to keep that going up, and it does go up, but yeah.
What the fully maxed out Grand Monument level is. So those guys have certainly got a little bit of work to do with that, but I did just want to share some light on what it looks like to be fully maxed out here in Everdale on your valley. Of course, a lot of these guys have still not maxed
I will do another stream on this. Yeah.
out their villages. They've still got a little bit of work to do. The study in the village takes a long time. If we jump in here, you'll see there is so much work to do, and it's one of those things, it just takes time. You cannot really speed this up very much. Of course, you can use those scrolls, which you can get with gems, but again, you're limited with the amount of scrolls you can get. So I'm pushing my study as quickly as I can. I am constantly boosting it if possible, but there's a few guys in this valley that are really far ahead, but they've not fully maxed out. So there's still some work to do in the village, but as for the valley, they have ticked that.
It's just very interesting hearing like a status update as of when that time after
they're
I
up
left.
on the leaderboard.
In between, closer to when I left off, but yeah.
And now they're sitting back, not really too sure what to do. Now that does bring me to the end of this video. Really do appreciate you guys watching. It was kind of one more me talking than showing you guys stuff. There's not much to show in a max valley because everything relatively looks the same. But I am going to be bringing you guys a pretty interesting video for the next one. I'm going to be valley hopping to see.
Oh, he hasn't done anything in 2 months. Oh, what? He was like a regular. That's so sad, and all cool content and all that. That's so sad. That was like really cool, and then he's just like nothing. 2 months. This is just so sad. There's so many like Battlelands that just killed all those YouTubers, and so much. I want to hear his valley hopping. What he was gonna say.
To see if that benefits the reputation you can claim.
Oh,
of course,
true.
I want to go through, maybe complete a couple of different.
Yeah. So, I'll just click, sorry, because I feel like it's going to end up, but then here we're still going. So when was the last one he did? Oh, wow, so it was almost last year. Almost last year, yeah, he's a bit editor than me. And that's okay, good on him. The Everdale, and then I'll just go to the, why are they still making these things when people will just be getting annoyed? I mean, the thing is, I'm not even really bothered in the sense that I'm not maxed and I have lots to do, but I can totally get, like, these people being annoyed, and I would be as well if I was maxed. But then it feels like they don't really care about these players. Because if they did, they'd be like, oh yeah, no, we'll quickly add some content. It's like, nah, it's been a month. Nah. It's like, okay, it's been 2 months. Nah, been 3 months. It's sort of just like, they just know there's a big audience that it's sort of just test subjects. But they should have, why did they release this game when they should have just figured it out on valleys and villages? Why did they release it like this and then sort of just, or are they going to kill it? Because I thought, like, oh, maybe they're going for it global because of the fact that they've sort of released it in a few more countries and that, but then... yeah, when update time. I doubt it. Like, as in, just because they released that ad doesn't. Waited too long for more content. Yeah, people were unhappy about that. And I understand. Why is it listed as music?
Morning, fellow villager.
They're still releasing all these little things. Oh, they haven't released that much, actually. I don't think I watched that. It's Nick. Oh, it's not actually that many. It's still sort of strange that they're like releasing those things. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's sub to him. And Ricky. And Nighthawk. I covered this game, man. I covered this game. Oh, that Clash Mini. Eddie. Oh, Eddie. Came in with Cindy. Nothing in 4 months, man. They did some. How did I not get sub to? I like got way more views than that. Yeah, I did actually. I was streaming it heaps. Oh, that thing. How is this? Probably barely done any Everdale. Anyway, okay. I still when I hear full frontage, it makes me think of like a big YouTuber, like 1 million subs. Then I'm like, oh, he's not one that has 1 million subs. Oh, that was there. That was okay. What was I gonna check? I was gonna check something else. Stats of it. There we go. As long as I can. There we go. So they max out and quit. Yeah, it sounds like it. We're getting near maxed and that, and then I assume they've quit. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna look at my description. Yeah, Dot, welcome to the stream. Love the stream. Thank you. So much. Yeah, almost seems like it. Yeah, but it's I just think it's so poor. I don't even know like if Supercell scene handled it badly or if it's just like in terms of they should have just killed it earlier. It's like just so poor if they just sort of like have this other one like under valleys and villages and that, and then these some people just dedicate, and some people are really unhappy with the fact that like it was just getting killed and then just re-released like they'd just been a test subject. And so, you know, if they'd played it for like all that time and then there's this new one and then all these new people excitedly play it and that and then nothing for months and then most of them quit. It's like it's so annoying. It's just so annoying with Supercell games because you just don't know if they're going to get killed. I mean, even if something goes global, I don't think I'd just get much interest of, yeah. It'd be kind of cool if they re-release it, but I don't think they will since they've called it Everdale. I don't think they'd then I highly doubt it because they never do that with any beta game. But sort of sound like he's echoing you. Oh, sorry. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah, it's sort of like weird how they're doing that. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they release it global or kill it, and if they kill it, will it be very soon? It'd be crazy if they just didn't update it for 3 months and killed it. That would just seem poor. But then, like, why update it right before you're gonna kill it? Because then it's sort of like everyone's like, oh. I don't know. It's sort of just like, what's happening with it? Why has there been no updates for months? And most top players are quit. Well, they're maxed and quit or close to maxing. It's sort of like, it just doesn't seem. Yeah, it's sort of. I don't. What's happening? Are they? Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Good morning, fellow villager. I did want to read the description of my channel. So there's not actually many videos on there. I'll just read the description of my channel, and then we'll definitely start closing up then. So, yeah, you weren't expecting this, were you? Number 11. Maybe you were, but I bet you didn't see that coming. I'm just reading this. Yeah, after it, and then it got broken, then it was fixed, so finally I did it. I could have done it a while ago, but it's down. Yeah, so verwitt, gone. So many of the top ones gone. It's crazy. Like, of that other list I just showed you earlier in the stream, most of them are gone. Super low, which is not a good sign. 1.5 thousand, which is cool. Oh, there we go. But it's got almost no interest. The content just isn't all there. Like, they need way more content. How have they only done this much? And they've released it in like late 2020. Like it's not really changed. Oh, it has a little bit, but yeah, it's like I don't know how have they not got more content by now? And don't just slow it down and make everything long. But it's like, I'm just sort of like kind of surprised, kind of like, how's this not fixed? All these issues, these balancing issues, these content issues. I don't understand how. That said, I mean, sure, I'm like annoyed in that, but I'm gonna happily play this game because it's gonna be fun for me. But it's like I'm thinking ahead, and it's like it's already just ruined it for a whole heap of top players. Once I'm maxed, which could be like 2-3 months, and by then they likely will have updated. Like I mean, they would definitely will have updated it by the time I get maxed. Because if it's going 3 more months and they still haven't, that's a dead game. 6 months and no update. Even like 4 months and no update is really long, especially for a sort of newish game that's in beta. It's like 4 months for an update, and even the last one was just like a few, like it was sort of like a nothing update. Like really, it was just some pets, some cosmetics. And so other than that, it's been like you had 2 updates since it came out. It's been out for like 6 months. I'm just sort of real skeptical, like, Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, and like, will it be something that people play years? Well, definitely not. People aren't even playing a few months. Yeah. Yeah, even before I even started the stream, I was shocked that it hadn't been updated in so long. That would be a joke. I can stream. stream with 0 subscribers. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up. Thank you to everyone that was part of the stream. I'm glad I did it, and I will do another one. I will, yeah, still hasn't fixed that data gap. I will be playing it over the next week or 2 weeks. Hey, Russia Ball, yo, 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 welcome to the stream. Long time no see. Do you live in Russia, Russia Ball? And if so, have you been affected? Because Supercell was taking down the games from the Russian App Store. No, Apple was making the Russian App Store unavailable, which surely then that would just mean that all apps can't go there. So by Supercell taking them down, what does that mean for you? Like, as in, can you still play it, and you just can't get it if you're a new player? Likely not, because then as soon as they release an update, then you wouldn't be able to get it. So I assume that if you're in Russia, then does that mean that you are no longer able to play any of the Supercell games? Like, has it already come into effect where, like, if you try and open it, it stops working? I moved when I was 14, right? Okay. What country do you live in now? I'll start wrapping it up while I still can somewhat engage with this chat. So thank you to everyone that was part of it. Thank you, Lynn, so much for the awesome super chat. Thank you to Supercell with the headset and the game. Thank you to 360 Marion for the reflection of the screen. Thank you to OBS for the free streaming software. Thank you to 24timezos.com for the time below. Thank you to everyone that was part of the stream. Thank you to Restream.io for allowing me to stream to all the different platforms. Thank you to Twitch, Nimmo TV, YouTube, Africa TV, DLive, Facebook, Rumble, Mobcrush, Twitter, and Trover for allowing me to stream to your platforms. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad I did this stream. It was like a good length of it. No, I live in China. Okay, and I'll just go check through the users. There we go. Thank you to everyone that stopped by here. Thank you. Does it go all the way? Oh, not quite, but to Lynn and for modding for aFewGoodFarmers. It feels like a long-ass stream for me, but it's not super long, relatively. Thank you to Ross. Thank you to Al Hottigan. Thank you to Paul L. Thank you to Genon Games. Thank you to Steve Indoor Man. Thank you to Shardlight. Thank you to Kim. Thank you to Yadot. And thank you to Rushable for coming by the stream. Thank you all for the 16 likes. And we'll go through here. There's a couple on non-ones. Thank you to Lynn on Trovo and Puri Junction on Trovo. So I think that's everything. Members, channel members. Can I remember them all? Nah. Oh, it's like Lynn, Supersight, Josh Winder, up to 5. Dylan, Phasecast. Who's the final one? It's 8. Gotta check. Will I remember it by the time I get there? I still didn't remember the name of that Jesse. Who was the final one? Boom. There we go. Memberships. 8. Who was it? iThings. Thank you guys for being members of my channel. That's right, I used to like bring that as an image up. I will capture the image of this here with the stats. Oh, there's the Rumble. Rumble. Do 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 do. It does look colorful, those super chats. Rumble has the same feature now, I think. They sort of just called it the same thing. Like they could have done a play on it. They call them rants or whatnot, but it's like I think it's pretty clearly the same thing. Well, it's like yeah. Risk. No, not Risk stream. Everdale stream. I will be back with another one, unless they kill it like tomorrow. No, they'll probably give warning. That'd be actual crazy if they announced not long after. I would be really like that's pretty pathetic if they then like just killed it after like 3 months and no update. No, but they're still doing videos of it. No, but then so did Rush Wars till like right near the end. They're like, here's a fan clip, and then like, oh yeah, by the way, we're killing the game, or we're killing the game, and by the way, here's a fan clip. It's like I don't know which way's any better. They're both, it's like the same. Anyway, it depends timing and whatnot. But yeah, thank you guys for being part of the stream. I'm going to go to bed now. I might have some frozen berries actually, but yeah, thank you guys for being part of it. It was wonderful to have you here. I'll see you all next time, which won't be tomorrow. Maybe Monday, could be Tuesday, we'll see. So yeah, see you in 2 or 3 days potentially. Have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your day. I'll see you all next time. Take care. That's a new one. Don't normally say that one. Anyway, good night and God bless.